Exactly. But none of them believed me.
Yep, you're right.
Time itself is a silent song.
Can we play banker next time?
Knights and aristocrats share the same cultural heritage, but the knights had enough sense to do away with all the superfluous detail.
Exactly. But none of them believed me.
Time itself is a silent song.
Yep, you're right.
Exactly. But none of them believed me.
Error.
Time itself.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? Alright then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you alright. Mark my words.
Play banker next time?
Yep, you're right.
Exactly. But none of them believed me.
Time itself is a silent song.
Good numbing. Hello YouTube, I hope you're all doing well. We're back on our 4.0 misadventure. We've done all of the main story stuff, including Linnea's character quest. We've got to see the depths of Linnea and Lynette's relationship as siblings and how they can act together to get what they need to be done and catch out liars in their own games. But now, since we're done with all of it, we're going to spend this last 4.0 celebration stream, basically just exploring and side questing. I don't know how long it will go. It's going to be a lot cozier because we've done all the story things. There's no rush to do anything. If we don't get everything done today, it doesn't matter. It's only side quests. I'll do it in my spare time. You know, like all the main plot stuff's done. So we're just going to kind of be... It's going to be more of a vibe stream. We'll probably take more tangents and sidetracks and whatever as we go on, but I'm just here to kind of celebrate and send it off. Because I really enjoyed 4.0's story, and I really enjoy exploring Fontaine. Not that I've been able to do too much of it, because, you know, work. But I have been really enjoying it. Oh, I can start by going and visiting Berry Puff. I think I forgot to do so yesterday. This way. So we can start by doing that, checking in on our friend. I know you got to do it every day, and I'm pretty sure I didn't do it yesterday, so we're probably going to be a day behind on this event. Or this side quest. That's why I set a marker, because I knew I'd forget, and I still forgot even with the marker. Oh, why are you hiding back here, buddy? In your fish tank? Hi. Oh, angle. So this is where it was hiding. Blub blub. Don't be afraid, it's us. Emmy, let's feed Berry Puff, we did before. Looks anxious and keeps staring at a particular direction. Strange. Still looks like it has no appetite. Its friend was trapped by the seagrasses over there, so it shouldn't have anything to worry about, right? Maybe it's sick. There might be something troubling it on the other side. The other side? We can't see it from over here. Emmy, how about we go over and take a look? Oh, you're looking in that general direction. Let's see, what's bothering you? Emmy, look, it's a clockwork mecha. We're scared of things, though. Let's chase them off. Alright. With like the only downside of the underwater, the combat, it's just kind of whatever. Let's go back to Berry Puff now. To be fair, like the blade is probably the quickest weapon. My favourite's like still like the shell smash, just because it can deflect projectiles. But as a whole, because this is just quick. What's not quick is trying to talk to anything underwater. Blub. Berry Puff doesn't seem to be scared now. Is it because it can sense there's no danger? Good. Let's give it some food. The blobber sniffs the food you offer and scarfs it down without hesitation before affectionately licking your hand. It then swims to one side and begins a joyous chorus with its friend through the glass. No hope difficulty lives up to its name. Yeah, if you name a difficulty in a game No Hope, that's like, you better deliver. But the triple experience for it seems like a good payoff. I'm assuming that's in Shaylee, right? That's actually Shaylee's difficulty naming. Which is wild if that's the case, because don't they then like change it to just easy, normal, and hard and everything afterwards? Like, they were feeling a bit fruity then. Getting close with us. You gotta get back soon. Once you fully recover, you can go back to the sea and play with your own kind again. Yep. I kind of miss that, though. Games that have, like, fun, unique names for difficulties. It's what I liked with Final Fantasy 16. Its hard mode's just called Final Fantasy mode. You're like, yeah, damn right it is. And it's extreme difficulty, which thankfully you don't need to play for any trophy. It's literally just there for bragging rights. Ultimaniacs. Ultimaniacs for like a Dante Must Die difficulty is a pretty cool name. For a difficulty, I'd say. I tried one level in Ultimaniacs, but I was starting to feel a bit burnt out with 16 anyway, funnily enough, after doing 2 full playthroughs. So I didn't mess with it much. I was like, yeah, I can see this being a fun challenge mode, and because it's got online leaderboards for the arcade mode, I can see where it's going to get its merit. Right, how do we do this? Hang on, let's get close enough. Oh, I don't have Shell Smash. I have the worst one. Is there anything over here that has Shell Smash? I don't know if that's what it's actually called, it's just what I'm calling it. It's the Razor Cut, the Shell Smash, and the Waves. The Waves is the one I don't like. Oh, whoops. Something's locked onto me. Where? Ow. Where? Oh. Oh, I'm guessing that's because we destroyed that turret and I just already kept moving. Oh, and there's a Hydroculus over here somewhere. Oh boy. That's the only thing I'm dreading. Getting all the Hydrocaluses, a number of them are going to be under the ocean. And something about that, like, I'm sure it won't be that bad actually. It's just something about that is slightly intimidating. I'm like, what do you mean it's under the water? Well, I'm expecting it to be really tucked away. I am appreciative though. Honestly, I know some people might be a little disappointed it's not every ocean everywhere, but I am kind of happy it's just Fontaine waters that you can go under the water. If you could go under the water in the whole game, I can't stress enough how intimidating this would be to go explore, you know? This would be terrifying to try and go explore. So I'm kind of glad it's only Fontaine waters and not all water. Because that's some like GTA 5 level shit of underwater exploration. It's why I never 100%ed that game, because I just really could not be bothered to do all the exploring. Oh, I need to go pick that up as well. And I can try and do the commissions at some point. Let's warp here and go get that last warp, though. Save me having to worry about it later. But yeah, we're kind of just going to be going around here, there, and everywhere for the stream. I don't know how long I'll go on for. I can go on for longer because I'm not working this evening, but it's one of those things where because I'm just doing side quests and side tracking, if it reaches a point where it feels like a good place to stop, then we will. Whilst if it feels like there's always something to do and something more to talk about, we'll go. It's going to be one of those, sort of like after we finish Final Fantasy 16, and for like the last like hour or so, it's just kind of we could shoot the shit and talk about whatever. It's going to be like that for this stream, because we're only doing side stuff. We're just going to be vibing, so if the topic takes, and the interest takes, we'll talk about whatever. I can at least start by saying, although I haven't like finalized the schedule, Monday for sure will be Atelier Loa again. I'm thinking Monday and Tuesday are Atelier Lower, Wednesday off as usual, and then Thursday will probably be Atelier Lower again, because I want to kind of bundle them together, and then Friday will start Resident Evil 6. At least that's my current umming and ahhing point. I hope that lowers enough that I can hop onto it. Oh, let's do you first.
Illusion shadow, shadow. Let us
like...
cross swords. Eye for an eye. Huh?
Oh, it's still so high up. Send me up. Oh, sure.
At least good luck doesn't discriminate by clan.
So I didn't see the achievement pop for getting all of the teleport waypoints. So that means there's still another one somewhere hiding. Right? I can check. Oh, I'm missing 3 warps. Interesting. So they must be in, like, side quests or caves and whatnot hidden away. Those shrines. Upgrade the statue of Sense to max level. We can't do that yet. Upgrade the fountain. Can't do that yet. Oh, and then general exploring. And then discover the secret found within Elinus. Oh, that's the big side quest. We could start that instead of doing all the paintwork. Because that is this one. The big, that's what I mean by the big one. Oh, we got some rep wards. Let's just go get that. I need to remember, we technically work for Charlotte now. Because I say that, we're doing work for the Steambird, so we're helping Charlotte out. So that's how the reputation system works. Oh, we need to hit level 2 so we can do bounties and requests. We need to do all these. Because like, this one we need to come back to, but I'm not... That side quest I'm really not that interested in. I don't mind it, but it's not ideal. It's not as interesting as the other one we did on that first stream, where we went on the side adventure with Anne. Here we are. If we dive down below this entrance, we'll find a place where the scholar once hid the books. But it looks like an ordinary pond. What sort of entrance are you talking about? Oh, right. It is being hidden after all. So you won't be able to see. Just watch then. Caligula takes out something that looks like a key. Tracing the air along some unseen trail, then there is a soft chime and a shallow pool before you suddenly becomes unfathomably deep. Oh, yeah. There's the entrance. Wow, Paimon couldn't tell you did that. It's almost like the screen faded to black. Well, I can't explain it either. It's a good side quest. We don't get as much budget for the side quests. But others can't see it. There are actually all sorts of fissures here. As long as I use my token to draw a line across these fissures, I can do some incredible things. That said, I don't know why they are only present here. As such, I did a lot of research until I found the indecipherable book. It has much to do with me and my token, and I'm also certain that if I figure it out, I'll know why I'm special in this way. Something wrong with being special. Well then, there's enough of that, let's go in. Find a way to understand that strange book. And additionally, next week will be, well, it's a Jeff Keighley show, so we'll find out for ourselves how exciting it will be, is Gamescom. So, it's, for me, when it comes to Gamescom, it's separate from, like, the Summer Games Fest and... like, you know, like the E3 season when we used to have them, or Tokyo Game Show. I don't go into Gamescom expecting new game announcements. Gamescom is when demos for a bunch of upcoming games are on, like, stage floors, and people can play them and try them out. So I'll be interested to see that, because there are some games I'm interested in, and I want to kind of see what people think. Like, people who get to try it out. Speaking of demos, it's been confirmed that the Like a Dragon Gaiden, or Yakuza Gaiden, the one where you're playing as Kiryu and it's based between 6 and 7, when that releases in November, is going to come with a demo for 8, for Yakuza 8, or Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth as it's named in the West. So for people who really want their turn-based Yakuza action, you can at least get a taster from it from Gaiden. It's going to have a demo with it, which is kind of cool. So you can't say it all either. You can't understand it at all either, after all. I reckon we should look more closely. Yeah. But there'll still be trailers at Gamescom. But even if Jeff hadn't already said it, when it comes to Gamescom trailers, I expect it to just be new trailers for things we already know about, not new reveals, if that makes sense. Like second trailers or deep dive trailers. Those sort of things. So, like, it'll be nice to see things, but I'm not expecting new announcements. It'd be nice, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm expecting to go in and just get updates. Like, I have very low expectations, and I've always said that when it comes to the Gamescoms, and I tend to do better for it. I just want to know more about what already exists, and that's what Gamescom does. Can't wait to be infinitely wealthy. But after some time, the runes slowly start to disintegrate and resemble themselves, becoming new words. At the same time, your surroundings seem to recede, and you arrive in a strange new place. I see. This is the world where even sweet flowers and mint cannot grow. You see it too? You turn around and look for the source of the voice, but are suddenly awakened. Looking back at the book, it looks just like it did originally, as though nothing had happened. So did you discover anything, Emmy? I think I saw the runes dissolving and then reconstructing themselves. That's weird. Did you just stare too intensely or something? I knew you'd be able to see it too. Huh? Have you had the same experience, Canatella? What did you meant by meditating? Is this what you meant by meditating? And of course, Paimon can't see it because... Actually, no, I won't go down that road. I was going to say because she's not of this world, but technically Traveller isn't either, so it doesn't make sense. Yes, though I can't understand a single word in the book. I get a strange feeling of looking at it for long enough. It feels as though you've been transported to another world, and then you can start to understand the book's contents. But as soon as you're awake, you're back to being unable to comprehend it. Then, what have you seen before? Oh, wait just a moment. Ta-da! This is my notebook. I've written down everything I saw inside. That said, I wrote it all down while I was meditating, and I was sort of in a trance, so it might be a bit hard to understand. Hey, Paimon, see. This is really messy, wow. But it did say something about Elinus, or something like that. There's a trophy tied to doing something with Elinus, so maybe this is it. Even meditating, I can't make heads or tails of what comes before or after. As such, though I can understand just a little bit, I still don't know what it is really saying. If I'm not mistaken, however, the book is still missing a lot of content. The notebook does mention a few locations. That's something else I want to compliment. The extra trophies that are coming in, like major version updates, have got better as they've gone on. Like, they still have the standard ones, like beat the main story, get access to that element, get all as many treasure chests as you can in an area sort of thing. But it's like, in Inazuma, that was kind of it. But like, starting with Sumeru, they started putting in side quests, and now this one, they have more random things. Like, there's some trophies that are more random from you just exploring, and I like that because it's more incentive. I got the platinum ages ago, but it's like, now we're at like 80 plus trophies. You need to start spicing them up other than just, hey, get a set amount of chests in a new region, you know? Locations, yes, the name of locations are written between important sections. Could it be trying to tell us where critical parts of the text are hidden? I am appreciative that there's no more online trophies, though. I'm glad that only the base set has one, and then afterwards they did away with it, because they knew that people weren't... Not everyone wants to play this online, and they still want to do everything. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a trophy for getting a very specific treasure chest, and the gimmick with the treasure chest is that you need to have 2 players arrive on a heart-shaped island and then look at each other, and then it will spawn a chest in between you. But you can, like, once again, you need 2 players. You can only do it if there's 2 of you, so it's an online required trophy in that sense. I thankfully managed to do it just because of friends I've met online here, and like one of them was like, hey, I need help with X, Y, and Z. I went, yeah, sure, and afterwards he went, hey, okay, thanks for helping me. Do you need anything? And I went, actually, there's a trophy you can help me get. Cute, yeah. It's in Leeway. It's a little island, and it's like a rock formation, makes a heart shape, and you have to like stand on one side, the player starts on the other, and then you have to look at each other in the chest in the middle. It's a bit finicky. Like, when I did it with a friend, we had to kind of, like, stand around and, like, reposition a couple times before it triggered, but it's cool. It's about to pass, but I never left, Eleanor, so... In that case, why don't you stay here, Canatella? We'll go investigate the places in notebooks, and we'll find the missing pieces. But I'm a huge advocate for don't have online trophies, personally. I'm not a big fan of online-only trophies or multiplayer trophies sort of thing. I mean, technically every single trophy in this game is online-only because it's an online game, but that's besides the point. You know what I mean? I can still play this on my own. Okay, it's counting on you too. If you find anything, I'll bring it right back. We're waiting for you here. It's like, I've platinumed Doom 2016, but the reason why I've platinumed it is because I got it at launch when people were still playing the online. And so I ended up playing a bit of said online, and so I ended up getting those trophies. Like Doom Eternal, no, I'm never platinuming that because there's online trophies in that game as well. And I'm like, no, I didn't like the online mode. Eternal had a completely different online mode from Doom 2016, and it just wasn't my cup of tea. I liked the idea, and I get they were trying to put, like, almost like their own brand on it, because if you want, like, a straight shooter, that's what Quake's for, in terms of, like, ID properties. Like, it was like arena shooter, multiplayer sort of thing, but still. I just wasn't a fan of what Eternal tried to do. I never tried the Horde mode, though. That sounded fun. And not Horde mode as in usual. Doom Eternal, in an update, got a mode where other players, if you're online and you have the feature enabled, can possess demons in your single-player campaign to try and kill you. And I was like, that sounds kind of fun. If people are still using that, that could be kind of fun. I might leave that on when I eventually get to my Doom Eternal review, because that might just spice it up a little bit. I get to a Marauder and a player fucking possesses it. That'd be terrifying. But speaking of ID, so I've been playing the Quake 2 remaster. There's a new expansion, like newly made for it, that connects and put pieces of the lore together that haven't existed for like 2 decades, so like over 2 decades now, which is fascinating. And the reason why I bring it up is that it's done by Machine Games, the team that made the Wolfenstein reboot, which has got me thinking that maybe Machine Games is working on a Quake reboot or a Quake continuation of some kind. Which, if that's the case, I'll take it, because we're not getting a new Doom game, I don't think. So the idea of instead... Oh, I can't reach that, I have to go around. Of instead getting a new Quake, that's exciting to me. That sounds like it could be a lot of fun. I need a good, like, new arena shooter. I haven't had one that's really, like, tick the box mean ages. Well, a good shooter, I mean, because every arena shooter I played I tend to enjoy, but you know what I mean. Okay, I don't think I can get this all the way around. I'll have to leave it for now. Oh, or I can use this one and just use my eyes.
Take them. I have no need.
Because my next arena shooter I'm looking forward to is the console release of Dusk. Because Dusk is New Blood Interactive, and if you don't know what that team is, Ultra Kill. So, well, nowadays, Harketer and the team working on Ultra Kill, but New Blood Interactive, their like first proper like arena shooter was Dusk, and it's one of the most loved modern first-person shooters on the market, especially in the PC crowd. And it came to Switch a couple of years ago, but it's finally coming to PlayStation some point this year. We just don't have a fixed date yet. It might be at Gamescom, which would be nice, because we might get a fixed date then. And I'm super excited for it. So I love Quake 1. I like Quake 2, especially for this remaster that just, you know, makes the game good. If I'm being blunt. The remaster, like, I can't stress enough, Quake 2's remaster. Night Dive Studios and Machine Games remastered the ever-living fuck out of Quake 2, because they made it fun.
Take it easy.
They took what, in a lot of people's eyes, was the weakest ID game, and made it phenomenal. In its own regard. It's really good. But, yeah, people who want a true successor to, like, Quake 1 with that kind of gothic horror vibe and more traditional weaponry, yeah, go play Dusk.
Shine down.
The only thing is that Dusk is also, you know, a David... I always forget how you pronounce his last name. It's like Shavinsky, I think. I might be completely wrong. If that's the case, I dearly apologize if he ever by some chance watches this. He's really good at making amazing horror atmosphere And so Dusk really has some strong horror vibes in places, which I'm all for, but I know that can be a bit of a... Like, if you're going into an arena shooter, you kind of want to be snappy action. You don't expect the enemy to scare the ever-living shit out of you. The moment I learned that there's invisible enemies, and the only way to tell where they are is to hear them breathing down your neck, and you just have to do a 180 and shoot, I was like, oh, great. Great, that's not gonna be terrifying at all.
Gotcha. Busted.
Should replace my hammer.
But in Quake 1 also had some atmospheric vibes. Although it'll probably be a while out yet, because there's other things I want to review before I even get back to Doom, and I'd kind of want to cover all the Doom games before I stretch out and cover like other things like Quake or Wolfenstein, in terms of like ID shooters.
Quietly now.
When I get to Quake 1, I'll be talking about that game's atmosphere a lot as well. It was actually one of the things, although I was a little against it at first, as you can hear in the review, like in the earlier acts I didn't think it was that good, but I thought it came around. I did eventually like the atmosphere Doom 64 had, and I mentioned in the end of the review that I wanted a more horror-focused one, so I'm hoping Dusk will fill that void. And Dusk has rocket jumping, which is... Once you experience rocket jumping... It also has strafing, to be fair, as well. But once you experience rocket jumping and jump strafing and whatnot in a boomer shooter, you really notice it when you play a game that doesn't have it. It's one of those, like, just tricks of the trade that when it doesn't have it, you're like, why can't I do this? If I shoot a rocket straight down, I should be able to propel myself. What do you mean I can't do that? You know? If I'm holding the strafe key whilst jumping, I should be moving faster. Why isn't this working? I say that Quake 1 didn't have strafe jumping. It had rocket jumping, but it didn't have the strafe trick. It was Quake 2 that introduced the strafe trick. And it is unruly in that game. I've tried using it a couple times, but no, sometimes you just fly off. You have to be kind of controlled with it to use it properly. So, missing pages of the book. Let's try putting them in, shall we? And then we just need to concentrate and meditate on the book like before. The edges of the page gradually blur. After a spell, never mind. Read countless volumes here. It appears that these books were left behind by an ancient order. Kingdoms rise and fall, and when a civilization is annihilated, a new one will be born after from its ashes, which these books refer to as Fortuna. It's somewhat rudimentary, but theoretically at least, it bears striking resemblance to the computational scheme I have formulated and termed World Formula, and the records are blurred with age, but were I able to quantify them to some extent, they could be of use in my World Formula calculations. No matter how many times I derive it, the result remains the same, though this result is not expected. Unlike the world depicted in these ancient texts, there will be no more new civilizations born unless we consider introducing variables from outside the system. If it was that sort of power, there might be a chance. Here I found the magical technique left behind by the Golden Troop. They seem to be referred to by various names, but I'll go with this one for now. Based on my interpretation, it appears to be known as the seal of... would you pronounce that just chemical? You know, is that one of those, like, awkward different spellings, but it sounds the same? Or is that literally chemical? I'm going to say chemical marriage, and consists of 2 parts. However, it has been weathered too much to decipher any more information. Interestingly, I have encountered similar symbols in documents from the Narzizenkreuz Institute archives. They look complicated, yet the underlying principles are quite clear. If the records prove accurate, there are some key locations within the realm remaining. Related records may be found elsewhere as well. I should record my findings here for now, as they may prove useful in the future. Ah, this time even Paimon could understand. Seems like the confusion was all due to the page that was missing before, huh? Awesome, let's put another page in. You start meditating again, and once more attempt to understand the page's contents. The edges of the pages blur, and the incomprehensible shapes that line it leap forth, as if mounted on a pop-up book. Yet before you can make sense of what is happening, there is a rush of noise all around you, and you return to the world as it was. Oh, here we go. How much is this? Alright, time for reading. The pollution of the land and water wrought by the giant beast Elenus seems to have been mostly purified and diluted. However, when it comes to Elenus itself, even the adults seem to be at a total loss. They simply condoned off the surrounding area. Nevertheless, it was quite easy to sneak in. It felt rather strange slipping into the creature's mouth, and it reminded me of events from some of the stories I once read. Though I have no substantive evidence, I still sensed some sort of will from it. Jacob did too. There were no signs of decay in the flesh. Instead, its body was hardening, as if forming a protective membrane, giving its current immobilized state. It looks like a self-defense mechanism to safeguard its internal organs. But it does make sense. With such a wellspring of vitality, if my deduction is correct, it may also be used to enhance Jacob's strength by following the same principle. However, at this stage, there's no need to subject Jacob to such risks. I should get safe experimental data first through the Institute of Natural Philosophy, and then set specific research objectives, although, as Jacob mentioned, this may waste a lot of precious time. After all, the flesh of Elenus remains toxic and is at risk if Jacob has returned. He's quite brave, but also an idiot. He didn't give any thought to the possible consequences. We have no one else to rely on. Now, if the data we've collected is still incomplete. Jacob had minor adverse reactions, primarily vomiting, but he recovered quickly and hasn't shown other symptoms in the short term. His mental status and physical status remain stable. It's only possible because Jacob completely trusts me. Our lives are limited. Still, even if it's just for the future, we must find a way to get allies, get stronger, and prevent disaster. Would that be Alan? Or is that Elaine? I'll say Elaine. Elaine has enrolled in the Institute of Natural Philosophy. He should fit right in with his sharp mind. I brought the pocket watch he gave us, and we compared the time only to find there was already a significant discrepancy. We agreed to meet at the Institute. The brightest minds of Fontaine are gathered there, and we can expect to make huge progress and get much needed help. As for Marianne, just the sight of her fills me with joy. We had a long discussion about the Narzissenkreuz Institute, but Jacob was crying through most of it. I didn't tell them about Jacob. It's because Uncle Guillotine, who was with them, is part of the Mason Guardianage. Although he seems to be treating Elaine and Marianne very well, he still can't be trusted. After all, father and mother. It was all the doing of their lackeys and goons. Anyone can read the words, but the author intended meaning is still a total mystery. We have to put the last page in, and maybe we can get the contents linked up or something. Alright, the tests of Jacob's strength continue. As before, the flesh and blood of the great beast Elenus is being used as nutrition. Jacob seems to have gotten used to it, so there's nothing to worry about anymore. Thus, the adverse reactions observed before may just have been caused by Jacob's feeling of disgust. It's a relief to know that his physical condition hasn't been harmed. Jacob still eats, but only out of habit and no longer as a necessity for survival. But I suppose it's a good thing, because eating together is nice. It suddenly occurred to me that jam was somewhat similar to the flesh and blood of Elenus, so I made a joke about it. Jacob seemed quite uncomfortable. The results have improved significantly in comparison to previous tests. Perhaps more can be done. Then the next step would be to attempt the opening of a passage. The passage was opened successfully, though it only lasted a short while. During this time, many black monsters that were shaped like dogs emerged. They were very aggressive and terrifying, but thank goodness Jacob was here. Though he was so scared he was crying, he still managed to wipe them out while bawling. These monsters are identical to those we discovered during our desert expedition. However, those were salt grey, stiff, and immobile at the time, so it was relatively safe. I'm certain their properties are nearly identical to those of Elenus. The Carnarian records mention passages appearing in large numbers. The numerous dangerous monsters that looks like dogs emerging from them. It's very likely that they are the same type. It can be safely postulated that the location these passages links to is full of these monsters, and I shall tentatively call them beastly rifts. Thus, oh, this is the person that discovered rift hounds. The spirit dogs that like float in the air, and if they attack you, they drain your life. They like poison you. These hounds may be called rift hounds. So you read faster and faster, you fall into a trance and arrive again in mysterious space. The same voice from before rings out. No matter how many times I run the calculations, the results are the same. After a few hundred years, all the birthing waters of the world will dry up, and a few hundred years after that, the world will become as it appears now before us. This is quite the predicament. Hey, come on now, don't cry. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm here, aren't I? Don't you trust me? Also, Elaine and the others will definitely help. Also, I bet you'll definitely be able to survive in this world. You're special. I know. You're worried that constitution of others is different from yours. That's reasonable. Well, that's why we need to continue researching the things left behind by the Golden Troop. Perhaps we'll discover some new possibilities. We'll go back to the Narzuzen Kurtz Institute together and take a look, okay? The voice drifts away again. After what feels like a long time, though, in this world, time seems to no longer measure changes in matter. You hear a voice once more. It looks like he won't help us anymore. You're the only one I can rely on now. Hey, come on. Don't be like that. I'm sad too. But I won't cry until after the fat lady sings. Moreover, we have to find a way to cure him. Don't be scared. It'll all go smoothly. There's already lots of people willing to listen to us. If you want to persuade them further, besides belief, we also need ceremony. As for the name, we'll call it the Book of Revealing, and put it in the form of a book. Yeah, why call it... We're going to call it the Book of Revealing. We're going to write it on a scroll. No, I gather it's got to be on a book. We'll use our secret cipher to write it. Everyone only sees the world that their cognitive framework allows them to see, but using this method, we can share the visions we have foreseen with others. Just as you begin to listen closely to what the voice is saying, you begin to gradually fade away. At the same time, you feel the world around you suddenly beginning to collapse, and with a roaring sound resonating, or resounding, you wake again. Are you okay, Emmy? Was that an earthquake just now? Earthquake? What earthquake? Nothing happened here. Paimon did get a little dizzy, but it looked like you'd fainted. You didn't wind up in some mysterious space again, did you? Just what's going on with that weird space? Anyhow, and if you think about it, it's pretty dangerous too. What if you go in and can't get back out? So what did you encounter inside? I seem to have witnessed a premonition that someone had. The pages we found before did mention something about deductions and calculations too. Could it be that the things revealed inside that space were actually the results of such deductions? If what you said is true, then this was actually a book of prophecies, wasn't it? But why make the format so complicated? If the author didn't want people to understand it, wouldn't it have been better to just not write at all? Actually, I also heard all kinds of sounds when I was meditating, but they were just songs of birds and flowers. I don't know anything about the prophecy you spoke of. It seems we must enter that space again to understand what is going on. If we meditate together this time, we should be able to enter it. Paimon's still worried. Wait, Paimon wants to come too. No way she's going to stay here alone. Once again, you focus upon meditating, and the furor surrounding you fades. The world grows silent. Then you hear the tiniest of sounds, and a feeling that is wrath, or perhaps grief, wells up within your heart. Your very soul feels drawn to this mysterious sound. As you follow that sound, a whole world, utterly alien, supremely familiar, races to meet you. Where in... Oh. Is it okay? Flip an imaginary coin in your head. Is this the Abyss or is this Conria? Where the heck did we end up? Is that some kind of dreamscape? Must be the strange place you were talking about before. It's much more vivid than before. The author of the book really create this place? Well, it might be also be a pocket dimension. There's such a big space inside it too. Paimon doesn't know how to find it. But this just looks like a ruin. Also, we meditated with Canatila to get here, but we're the only two people around right now. She didn't fall somewhere, did she? Oh no, things could get bad if she winds up in danger. Let's go find her, hurry. Oh, jeez. Oh, so yeah, let's just do this little side quest, he says. Little side quest. Oh, it's not even a main... It's not even like a big world quest side quest. It's only a little thing. It will take us 5 minutes. The fact that there's things we can do here. There's something over there. I'm not sure I can reach it. No! So we can redeem this. We can redeem this. Okay, never fucking mind. I'll just get fucked then. Okay, I was worried then for a second. I was like, ah! Can we climb this? I need to figure out how to get back up and around if I want to try and get to that thing. Ideally, I'd want to climb this. Yes. Because it's poking out more, so I'd be able to get up and around. Never mind. This one's bumped. Oh, it's not that high up. I can probably still magoo it. Skara, your time to shine.
Behold.
Thank you. No, that's friends. Oh, actually, whilst I'm here... Oh, reject... Oh, so they... Oh, thank goodness. They finally changed it so it doesn't stay. It stays... It does stay even. Where are we going?
Easy money.
Jesus. Oh, there's another one over there. That's an archery challenge. How would we be getting there, though? Okay, get to the main platform over there, then follow it round. Where'd the Sealy go? Oh, we'll find it again.
Take it easy.
Come on, Caesar. Canatilla's over there. Canatilla! Over here! She's not there. Oh, there's actually a lot to this area. Oh, okay, if I jumped, I would have been a bit more confident. Oh, no, we should be good to reach it. Ooh.
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
Oh, yeah, there's two of them over there now. So yeah, it's just solve every puzzle in the area. Got it. Here's a chill. How'd you guys get it? Maybe this is more Conrian then. Well, I said Abyss is also Titacaria, so that doesn't really actually narrow it down. Will this just take me straight over there? We can jump down, it's fine. Oh, okay. I see the challenge here. Man, if you have laggy internet, you're fucked. If you have laggy internet, it will delay the picking up the input. It's got to mash square and pray.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
You're just going to head over there, okay.
Take it easy.
You shall perish.
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
Before we investigate that, I want to get this treasure chest. Oh, so I'm still missing one. Found it. I can literally see it from here. That was the easiest find. And we'll just circle back around and get that chest afterwards. Oh, here's the Rift Hound.
Freeze to the core. Rack and ruin.
No, no! Okay, thank goodness. I was like, no, I didn't get the treasure chest.
I can put these to good use.
There we go. Appreciate it lets you jump out of these. I wonder why it's just the Hydro ones that don't let you jump out of them. You just when you tap them, you're locked in.
Take it easy.
And I didn't see a Sealy come out of it, but it's a chance I just missed it, so I'm gonna at least check. Okay, yeah, I just missed it, but yeah, we did get it. Oh, hey, trophy. Treasure hunter. Open 120 treasure chests in the court of Fontaine. Are we in the court of Fontaine? Are we really? Are we really? I don't think we are anymore. I think we're in hell. Where'd Caligula go? She was here a moment ago. Wait, there's something on the ground. Pick it up and take a look. Pick up a page from the book. See that? That's the conclusion the world formula arrived at after countless calculations. The scene we foresaw. The destruction after the cataclysm. And the world where not even a sweet flower or a mint can grow. That is the end of all things. Do you believe it at last? Whether you have arrived at this place via the Book of Revealing or the Looking Glass, lend me your strength that we may avoid this future. Just as I said, the only way is... Page saying the ones we found before. How did it end up here? Paimon Sea. Oh, it's easily readable. Is it because we're in this strange space? Cataclysm, destruction, some kind of apocalypse? What? Even if Paimon can read the words, it still doesn't make much sense. But if we put together the other pages, it appears to be a prophecy. True. There's seen something about calculations before. So does this mean that this is the future the author wants us to see? A world where even sweet flowers and mints won't grow? Ugh, that's a terrible place, no matter how you slice it. But if that really is the future, shouldn't the author tell everyone about it and find a solution? Why make a place like this? Maybe this is the only way everyone will believe it. We also mentioned some kind of looking glass. Seems like there are other ways to get in here. Still, Paimon doesn't think any of this will be much help in answering Catalina's questions. Canatilla's question, not Catalina. Canatilla's questions. Ah, forget it. Who cares about some dumb prophecy anyway? The important thing right now is that we find Canatilla. Let's keep looking. There, but how did Canatilla get there? There's a dog? How did a dog get in here? He's a good boy. He doesn't deserve to be in hell.
Illusion
A
shattered.
gap-infiltrating alien Rift Hound.
Beg for mercy.
No sign of Canatilla or where she's gone. It's only this fellow here. Like I said, it doesn't seem to want to attack us anymore. This is a first for a Rift Hound, huh? Looks like it wants to say something to us. Not that we can understand it anyway. Well, is Paimon seeing things? It's just an ordinary little doggy doing here. Where'd that Rift Hound go? Let me take a look. Is something wrong with Paimon's eyes? Might be. Anything can happen in a dream. It's trying to tell us to go through the passage over there? Judging from its reaction, Paimon guessed right. We know where it's going to lead, but we weren't able to find Canatilla anywhere, so maybe she did leave via that way. And it looks like there's no other route we can take, so let's just try it and see what happens. I was going to say, where are we going? I couldn't see any other platforms. Huh? We came right back. Maybe we never even left. Oh, you had the same reaction as I did, Paimon. Canatilla, we were looking all over for you. Paimon kept calling out for you, but you never responded. That place was so dangerous, but you just ran around all over the place. Dangerous? The place we entered was so serene and peaceful, like a beautiful garden. But all we saw was rubble. That's odd. I kept looking for you two back at the previous space, but there were big trees and flowers everywhere, so I got lost. Fortunately, I was followed by the sound of a bird, and then found a golden butterfly, which brought me to the top of the garden. I mean, to tap the mic. What about the Rift Hound? We saw you in a Rift Hound. Oh, right, the Rough Hound even turned... The Rift Hound, ruffian, I nearly went to say, even turned into a dog. And I was like, Paimon's just talking nonsense. Saw a little dog too, on top of the garden. It was a cute little dog that nodded at me and helped me open the way out for me. I thought you both had gone somewhere else to play, and I didn't need to worry, so I just came back. And you, what did you discover? We found another page. Right, we found this inside, but we don't know if it'll be useful, but it's like another page from this book. You open the page you found and show it to Canatilla. The butterfly. It's the golden butterfly. What are you talking about? I can see golden butterflies flying out from the page, just like the one I saw in the space before. Never mind anything. We've got some more problems on our hands now. Seems like you really did see something completely different in that space. If that space is the future predicted by the author, then why did you see a garden? Just thinking about it makes Paimon's head hurt. But I was very happy inside. I didn't even think about those questions. Maybe that's why the book was trying to tell me all along. Even if we perceive differently, we can communicate our feelings to one another. Maybe the essence of things doesn't matter all that much after all. Paimon wouldn't say that we had a great time in there, but if you figured things out for yourself, then good on you. Still, this place is pretty sketchy. We don't know yet, don't yet have any clue as to what's up with that prophecy either. Speaking of the prophecy, this book makes it sound really scary. Sure, but what if the things they saw were the real future? After all, some things are set in stone, aren't they? Since the book mentions other ways to enter that space, we may be able to figure this book and its prophecy if we find them. And then we'll be able to meet there again, in that space. It might be better if we just meet in reality. Also, Canatilla, don't go running around that space anymore. Oh, now I understand why there's a trophy involved. You need to go find all the enigmatic pages. Now I understand why there's a trophy involved. That's, yeah, okay, so that's where that quest's ending, because we've got to go get... I'll wait until I get a guide up to tell me where the pages are, because they're hidden. We found one in Fontaine, and we found one in, like, some forest. Now I understand why there's a trophy involved, because it's a bit more involved than the other side quests. Right, so let's instead start, not quite the storm that's approaching. Discount Virgil. He wanted us to go treasure hunting with him. Your wish is my command. Please follow me. Our destination is not far from the court of Fontaine. You arrive with Virgil at a place that seems a bit deserted. Never mind. Oh, he is a deep sea diver, absolutely. But it's so heavy and so hot and stuffy. Actually, you can place mist flowers wrapped in cloth inside to lower the temperature. As for the weight, well, just put it underwater. No time to delays. Let's go, my friends. See what you look like in that diving gear. Take your care in your investigation, you two. I said this back in stream 1 because I felt it almost immediately, but outside of the combat being a little whatever in the underwater, I genuinely have huge compliments to how nice and good it feels to control the characters underwater. It feels like the characters do exactly what I want them to do. You know, it's hard to explain unless you've played it bad, like a bad underwater like experience sort of thing. But it's like the characters move and control makes me feel like I'm not fighting the controls to swim underwater. And it's very easy when doing underwater controls to make it feel that way. It's very easy to fuck up. So the fact that they've done it and it feels so natural and so smooth, and it's like everywhere I feel like I'm like, okay, I want this character to go here, they go there. It deserves that praise because it's so hard to do. Oh, I just read the subtitles. We got told off for going too quick. We got told off because I was picking up like the next two items before the previous cutscene ended. An ancient key. That's for you. I was like, that's that key. There was another thing I was expecting I'd have to end up looking up, so I'm glad we found it. I think the only criticism I have of the underwater, outside of like the combat just being a little whatever, like it's not as much as it could be, is the range to interact with things. When it's interacting with items, it's fine. When it's interacting with something you need to talk with, it seems a bit finicky. Like, I think they just need to widen like the box, like the interactivity box, so you can you don't have to be like the right altitude or like be hyper specific about it. You can just tap a button and it goes through. Oh, we need to pick up a shell smash. I'm getting that Tomb Raider feeling again. Oh, I bet I know where the Hydroculus is. Yep. And I'll say exactly what I said before as well, when, like, the biggest thing that reminded me the most of Tomb Raider, honestly, was, where is it? Down here somewhere. Exploring this thing, the Mausoleum of King Desiree. The Kaj Nisu did it a bit as well, but not quite extent. All of this exploring in this gave me the biggest Tomb Raider vibes, like classic Tomb Raider. And it just made me like miss and yearn for a classic style Tomb Raider game again. That it feels like we're never going to get because it's just not what the team are interested in doing anymore. Which is a real shame because I really miss linear puzzle adventure games. They just don't exist anymore. It was like one of the biggest like depressings next to the loss of pure stealth games. I say pure stealth games still exist. The loss of big budget pure stealth games, I should say. I can remember before, back in the desert of Sumeru. Oh, it is one of these. Unfortunately, got path forward eyes behind this door. Can't go there yet, we have to come back. And there's a Hydroculus for figuring out the thing with the door, so we will have to come back. Oh, we can just surface here. I didn't even spot this. I was so focused into my deep sea diving, I didn't realise there was a surfaceable point here. My vibe. That's fair enough. Each their own. It's just I wish that big budget pure stealth games literally just existed. Still. Hey, there's another enigmatic page. And they just really don't. I miss Splinter Cell. Classic Splinter Cell so much. At least MGS is kind of coming back. It's the MGS 1, 2, and 3 are getting their ports. And MGS 3 is getting a full remake. You know, at least there's things, but it's... we'll have to see. The Splinter Cell 1's getting a remake as well, but it's Ubisoft, so I'm very distrustful naturally when it comes to Ubisoft. I'd rather them just port the games. I'd rather just have a port of the original, of like Pandora, of Chaos Theory, of Double Agent, preferably the PS2 version because it's just way better than the 360 version. Heck, just do a bundle. The newest game of Splinter Cell, still a 360 title. I refuse to believe you can't just port them all together onto modern hardware. I think that was the most tragic thing. Like, when they was like, the celebration of 20 years of Splinter Cell. And I was like, what do you mean celebration of the last 20 years of Splinter Cell? There hasn't been a new Splinter Cell in 10. 20 years of Splinter Cell and 10 years of doing fuck all of it. It's like, come on. What do you mean you're doing a celebration of Splinter Cell? You know? It's not really much of a celebration. You haven't done fuck all for half of its lifetime. Do I proceed onward? So this is the forum you were talking about. There are so many books everywhere. Actually, I think it was 2013 and the anniversary was last year, so 9 years. But you still get my point. Talking about how they had 6 games in the first decade of its life, and then a total of fucking 0 in the next decade of its life. It's like, oh, come on. There's so many books everywhere. Must have really had been dedicated to studying and conducting research. It's like, whilst Ironside's still alive, please just do one more Splinter Cell. Please, he's not getting any younger. Whilst he's still alive, do one more Splinter Cell, I'm begging. You see the society plotting to overthrow the government of Fontaine. The saying goes, dear Paimon, knowledge is power. This is especially true for the Croesus Forum. To understand that with great knowledge comes great power, and once great power is yours to command, there will only be one path left for you. Jesus Christ, a character called Virgil talking about power? Yeah, alright. Paimon doesn't think that logic really holds water, but you're the local, not Paimon, so Paimon will trust that you know what you're talking about and leave it at that. You seem to have been researching some amazing things though, and we've already seen the plenty of stuff that obviously isn't from here on the way. These things are pretty annoying. Last time we saw them was in the deserts of Sumeru. Well, knowing their extensive resources, it couldn't have been too hard for them to get their hands on these kinds of things. After all, this is the fabulously wealthy Lilicrosis forum we're talking about here. But we've also explored a lot of domains and seen our fair share of cool things during our adventures. So that's so. Then I presume you found a lot of treasure? Enough to cover our travel expenses. How fascinating. I mean, we're a terrific achievement. I expect nothing less from the two of you. Yeah, too bad this place completely flooded. It feels like there's a lot's happened here, and they made a lot of important discoveries. So I was just sorting something. The water levels in Fontaine have risen before, and according to the folks at the Fontaine Research Institute, they will rise again in the future. Perhaps one day all of Fontaine will disappear beneath the waves. Oh, that'd be terrible. Would our delicious food drown and lost forever? Anyway, let's hope nothing like that will happen in the future. The future? Who cares about that? I'll be dead long before then. Why should I worry about the people alive then? What did the people of Fontaine of the future have to do with me? I'd pay my respects to my family and friends after all. They raised me and have done many things for me. But have the people of the future done anything for you? For me? So what do we owe them? Isn't that right? It's pretty extreme. That's what I might have said the issue of flooding if I lacked both patriotism and a sense of civil responsibility. Pretty abominable. Anyway, sorry for digressing. There should be a way to open the door below. Let's look around and see if there's there are any clues or keys. I'll also try to see if I can find anything in the associated files, my dear friends.
Take it easy.
Oh, okay. Pick it up! There we go. If they ever do port some of the older Splinter Cells, I will absolutely live stream them. And I will try my best to do perfect runs. I say try, Chaos Fury 100%ing levels is mean. The bank takes forever, even though it's a fantastic level, and the bathhouse, I swear, just cheats sometimes. Sometimes you'll do everything perfect, gets to the end, and the bathhouse is like, nah, at this specific point, at this random moment, some dude saw you. And you're like, what, from where? For a wall? You're like, what do you mean I got spotted? To further into the Institute depths, as expected of a seasoned adventurer. I'm investigating the forum, so it is a forum, or an institute. Sorry, I misspoke. Forgive me for asking this out of the blue, but have you ever run into anyone who was looking for me? Or did you tell anyone else about our encounter? Also, I bumped into this guy called Dante. He said he was looking for you. What? Oh no! He dived into the water. I doesn't think so. What's wrong, Virgil? Do you owe someone a ton of money? No, of course not. It just occurred to me that I should let you know that there are many greedy goons who are after the Lilicrosis Forum's secret treasure. They're very different from us. They're willing to do anything to achieve their goals, so I always refuse to work with them. As I know the most about the treasure's whereabouts, they have me in their sights. I've spent a long time hiding from their prying eyes and looking for partners I can trust. It is my luck to have finally met you two, my dear friends. So that's what's going on. In any case, I'm just relieved to hear that you never told anyone about me. I just know I picked the right people to be my partners. Only your best friends can be relied on to keep your secrets. You're really pushing this whole best friend thing for someone we've known 5 minutes. Don't worry, Virgil. We won't tell anyone about you. I have complete confidence that you will never tell another soul about me. Let's go. Treasure's waiting. Yep. Here we come, treasure. Oh, I love the the lighting effects made from the water. It's alright, my friend. My crustaceous buddy, you're fine. I'll leave you alone. I will take Shell Smash, though. Oh, I need razor blades. There we go. Oh, I have to line them up. Okay, got it.
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential
I'll come back.
clues.
I'm not done exploring over here yet. Oh, maybe we can't really explore over here. Well, other than breaking this. You know what's gonna suck? In like a year time when Nutland comes out, there'll be a point where there'll be a chunk of water and I'll impulsively jump in, expecting the deep sea dive, and I'll drown because we're not in Fontaine anymore.
There is no escape! Busted. Quietly now. Crush!
Good heavens, Emmy. It's only ever way with these mecha. We're getting close to the treasure. After all, we already run into the guards. Though Fontaine's achievements are as numerous and dazzling as the stars in the sky, the clockwork mecha are undoubtedly the most exquisite of them all. Though perhaps I shouldn't overpraise one of the most exquisite. You must have travelled via Aquabus when you visited the court, correct? Tell me you've seen the intricate steambird as well in Fontaine. Even blacksmithing is done by mecha. Why, the Mason Gardeners didn't even have to lift a finger to beat me up. They just sent out some Gardamex. That's so much, I had no choice but to submit. Wait, beat you up? I mean, beat up the bad guys. Why would they ever beat me up? Well, mecha are already so advanced, and surely the people of Fontaine don't need to do anything for themselves anymore. They can just leave everything to the machines. Ah, that's a good one, my dear friend. It's just adorable. It's a lot cheaper to hire a human to buy a clockwork mecha. Or to put it another way, no one and nothing can infringe on a Fontaine citizen's right to work. Paimon, why don't you show him that trick of yours again? Beep, construct, beep. Oh, do the eye thing. Aww. But when Paimon makes that, usually when Paimon makes that joke, she can make her eye go cross-eyed. I mean, she kind of did a little bit, but not as much. Okay, so I think everyone would agree that humans and machines are not the same. Though all the places we've seen have their own charm too. It's not like Fontaine is just better than everywhere, right? My friend, surely you cannot be serious. How can there be any place in Teyvat that's better than Fontaine? Paimon's just trying to say that other places are also really special too. Virgil, have you ever set foot outside of Fontaine? My dearest Paimon, you should know that there's an old saying in Fontaine, all waters lead to Fontaine. Well, it is, as from what we've been told, around the middle point of the world, so I guess that makes sense. It's not the people of Fontaine who should go out and see the world, but all the world should come and witness Fontaine's glory. Don't get it backwards. Do people really say that? Of course they do. Anyway, my friends, why don't we keep going? The treasure's still waiting for us deep inside. Yeah, let's go, Emmy. This guy is suspicious as hell. He's probably like a bad guy and he's been like arrested from the cops and he's on the run. Oh, we need to find another key. Is this it? Suppose that'd be too easy. How big is all this? Oh, we're going to go for a little tunnel section, got it. Oh, hello.
Shine down. Beg for mercy.
Any other ceiling vibers I should be aware of? Oh, there it is. I was going to say, where's the thing I'm taking this to?
Shut up.
What do we have here?
fuck? Is this a lift? It might be. Oh, well, not in that sense, but it's some form of lift.
There is no escape. Gotcha.
Okay.
What do we have here?
You need to be on the lookout. There's a Hydroculus in our vicinity.
Illusion shattered. Quietly now. Gotcha.
Oh jeez, I'm not reading all that. Oh, we picked up a key item though. A drained conch cup. The magic conch shell. You gonna wake up? Yes. The strings are going hard. Oh, how do I keep missing the eye? There we go.
Quietly now. Busted.
Beg for mercy.
Oh, and that's the big rune guard. According to my research, this to be the treasure vault of the Lycraeus Forum. The riches should be within. Oh, a treasure vault? Well, it doesn't look a vault at all. I once thought the vault before glittering gold Mora, dazzling as the sun. You should know, my dear friend, it's truly wealthy. Do not flaunt it in anything that shadows its appearances. Real treasure. Opponents would say the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. I was about to say the real treasure is not so easily revealed, but you're also exactly right, Paimon. I have to say, can never regard it as something so wise and philosophical. Regardless, the purpose of our expedition is to uncover the treasure the Institute has hidden away for centuries, and I'm convinced beyond the shadow of a doubt that their treasure is hidden in this room. So let's hurry up and get in there. Are you sure? Pamela doesn't see anything in there besides a few broken rune mechanisms. Your words wound me, my friend. We're partners who are seeking the Institute's long-lost treasure together. Do you really doubt me? Okay, so is this a forum or an institute? Oh, about that. Let's just say different records refer to it differently. Well, my dear Emmy, the name isn't the important thing. We should keep an eye on the prize. What we're talking about isn't merely a matter of hundreds of thousands or even millions of Mora, but a vast secret trove of hundreds of millions of Mora sleeping within the vault. Hundreds of millions of Mora? And there are other priceless items in the vault too. Like, there's the all-powerful Lycraeus Holy Sword, which can pierce through armor and destroy the soul itself. The magical item powerful beyond compare. Oh, Paimon had no idea. And that's all in this vault? Precisely. If you ask me, every moment we spend bantering here increases the risk of us being beaten to the treasure by all sorts of scrumpulous ruffians. Who will stop at nothing to steal it. I've never heard that as an insult for scrumpulous. These scrumpulous ruffians. Can't let that happen, it's ours. So you get me. In that case, please go forth and recover the treasure. I'm sure to watch the rear. Let's just go. What's the worst that can happen? If we don't beat the bad guys in the treasure, they might just take it from us, or we'll split it with them. Not too worried about that. I understand. You're worried the vault might be protected by something or some sort of mechanisms, right? Yeah, there's always traps at the end. Virgil? What's wrong, Emmy? Do anything I wouldn't do. Don't worry. I won't let anyone get through. Oh, and please let me know if you find the treasure. Is this a wall or can I just go in? Oh, I can see the Hydra colours. Let me in. There's a glass wall here and it seems to have a bunch of water behind it. There's cracks in the glass. It's dangerous. Gust suddenly breaks. Who knows who will get swept off to. Let's find the treasure quickly and get out of here.
More speed.
Oh, you're so tiny. Machine. Why does it look kind of familiar? I think we've seen it before. Since the Order's brought all kinds of mechanisms from the other nations to this place, there's probably something they hauled over from distant ruin as well. Paimon had a really scary thought. What if the so-called treasure is just their research findings? It's nothing to do with Pulse Mora's at all. No, knowledge has value too. Yeah, you're right, but Paimon still wants Mora. Paimon still wants money. Fucking Mr. Krabs' kid over here. We have hundreds of millions of Mora. We could build a pretty house and invite all of our friends over. Just eating great food and having fun day after day. Now you mention it, the Lillacrucis Forum really did a lot of research, didn't they? We saw so many cameras along the way. They were probably used to record the results of the experiments, right? And there's also a notebook here too. Let's see. Yep. It's hard to make out a lot of words. It says, when something goes out of control, break, something else, something, so damage can be controlled. Paimon sure hopes this ruin thing isn't going to suddenly stand up. It's just a ruin grader. We can handle it. Paimon's not worried about you being strong enough. Paimon's just scared that you'll break the treasure in the middle of the fight. We don't even know if there's a treasure here to break. There has to be. There, right? Huh? What's that sound? Virgil, what's going on? So very sorry. I made a terrible mistake. It's only during an expedition that I realised that this wasn't the former grounds of the Lycophorus Forum, but rather the ruins of the Institute of Natural Philosophy. There's no treasure here, but there's lots of experiments on machinery and energy, and now my dearest friends, another experiment's about to begin. As for treasures, it would be wrong to say that there aren't any in here at all. As seasoned adventurers, I'm sure you've accumulated quite a bit of Mora and other precious items from the course of your journey. I'll return after the conclusion of the experiment to correct the treasures you are sure to leave behind. And don't worry, my friends, I'll be sure to put them to good use. Virgil, you lied at us. I figured he was going to do something like this. So you knew and still decided to step into my trap? You're the kind of person I despise the most, so arrogant and disdainful. You blasted fools will treat me like an idiot, even a couple of foreign hillip... Well, whatever. According to the records here, the machine here is a special ruin grader. No matter how good you are, even if you handle ruined guards, you'll still only be made of flesh and bone. And what makes it special, I'll leave you to find out in your own good time. Bye, partners. Amy, get ready. Fight and survive.
Shine down. Quietly now. Bust.
Somewhat uncooperative research subjects.
Beg for mercy. Eye for an eye. Shudder.
Oh, I see. Got it. Hey. The glass has got cracks in it. Come punch this. Oh, I can beat it out myself. I don't need to get him to punch it. Under relentless assault of the raging waters, the ruin grader ceases to function, and I guess we got thrown out. We'll have to walk back later to get that hydrocolus. So score upon a company puts danger like that. Yeah, we've got to get carried by the current. I didn't think they'd be building like this underwater. It looks like, fuck, people used to live here, right? But I got a little sad thinking about that. You know, it's a good thing we can just kind of ride the current, and we're not just getting like yanked around all the time. Like, we're kind of like, we got our head forward, we know where we're going. We're not just getting thrown around like a plaything. Where do you think this current's going to take us? A hell of a distance, apparently. Holy shit. So we need to get back to there later, because there's a hydrocolus here. So I'm going to leave a note there, so I know to come back. In the same vein, I have one here, because it's under this water, but this water's boiling, so it won't let me swim under it. I need to figure out how to cool down the water. We could try some underwater dead end. Amy, Paimon sees the light. Don't go to it. The Falatus submerged canyon. Where the hell? Okay, no, we are surfacing out. Okay. Oh, we finally got out. Paimon's pissed. Oh, that's a sentence and a half. Paimon's pissed. We need to go get him. Paimon language. First things first. Let's get back over here. Oh. I just clicked on the book. What the fuck? Where are we now? What secret have I just uncovered? Well, what is this place? Paimon's dizzy from that whole getting sucked into a book thing. I remember this place. I know it. This is Narziz and Krit's Ordo. Just feel like we've been transported to all sorts of strange places under weird circumstances after meeting Anne, huh? Sorry, Paimon. Oh, it's fine. Paimon's not blaming you. She just thinks that Fontaine's a real magical place. Still, this is the Narziz and Krit's Ordo. Sounds like an organization the people from the kingdom would set up in a different country. The method of entry is pretty interesting too, huh? Just like the picture in the Anapausis. I think I stumbled into back into this quest on a different angle. Somewhere else. Secret base, isn't it? We don't even know where it really is either. You're feeling more calm now, Anne? Yes, much better. Thank you, Knight Emmy. Or should I drop that title? It was all fake after all. Don't say that, Anne. But, on the contrary, your story's only just begun. He's right, you know, we've still got a whole bunch of adventures waiting up ahead of us. And, how should we proceed in peace of mind without a reliable knight at hand? You lovely maiden. You're getting tired, Paimon. Oh, come on, Paimon's trying to encourage. You're quite the knight yourself, Paimon. You're positive, and you've got a good heart. It makes me happy, truly. Oh, come on, why are you getting so serious all of a sudden? You're just less powerful than Knight Emmy, that's all. Everyone's got their things they're good at. They've got a good brain and a sword arm, and Paimon is a powerful giver of nicknames. Yeah, that's Paimon, a gifted speaker indeed. But that aside, didn't you say before that the Narziz and Krit's Ordo has deep links with the past? And that's why we came in the first place. Yes, however, my head's still a complete mess. That's true. Paimon knows. Let's probably just go together real quick. When we're exploring the Anapausis. Oh boy, Paimon's head's a mess too. Any ideas, Emmy? Alright, now everything's don't matter. Memories and emotions. When those two children brought me here, it was a lovely place. Everything was new and shiny just as before. They were vibrant and excited, just like sunlight shining on the water. They told me that this was our new home, and that they'd brought many new friends. That everything could be like the way they before. But later they changed. Something stopped being the same, and the people here changed too. Though the Narzen Institute of old did not have any sunlight, it was very warm, yet this place grew even colder, and then... Anne looks like she's in pain, Emmy. No need to push yourself. Sorry, Night Emmy. As for the rest, each time I try to record it, I get very frightened and very sad. It's the best I can do for now. I can sense that many terrible things have happened here. I can sense many emotions, rage, terror, and hope, trust, and admiration. But all of them make me feel a strange sort of pain. There are all sorts of shards and impurities embedded in my body. I don't want to, I can't. Alright, let's leave that aside first. There's no need to force it. The more you try to force yourself to remember, the less you'll be able to remember. Any other thoughts? My friend's been thinking about that too. Mary Ann said your birth was a beautiful accident. What does she mean? I think it might simply be that my birth was a coincidence. Just as she said, I am someone she dreamed of, the form she took in the dream. The things we experienced together was also part of the tale in that dream. If it hadn't been for you, the dream might have never ended. Or perhaps it might have ended, but I might have disappeared with the happily ever after. I can't be sure. That's true. Not that Paimon gets it. That means that Mary Ann is also an Oceanid. Eh? And that Anne was created from Mary Ann. That's what I believe as well, and if that's the case, the things I remembered during our journey should have been her memories, or so I'd think. Your knowledge and experience cannot exceed that of the main body. But when you met her, you also became your own entity. Without a main body to restrict and control you. Oh, so you become the master of your own fate. I'm my own master now! Metal Gear Rising, where are you? Her last words to me. Oh, okay, Paimon gets it now. So that means the Petit Shao, Owl, and the others creations are just like you, right? I believe that to be the case, yes. In that case, who is Mary Ann really? The name very familiar to me, but I cannot recall why. It's like some part of my body has been frozen. I suspect that she was only ever a character in the story, in the tale. We need to save her and defeat the fell dragon Narcissus. That was the original wish. Your stories have their origins. Whoa, whoa. Oh, the whole soundtrack Metal Gear Rising was so goated. It was so good. They need to make a Metal Gear Rising 2 solely because the lead composer said he's up doing another game. It's like the fact that they got in hot touch to the main composer and he's like, yeah, I'll absolutely do another game if they ask me to. I'm like, come on, we need like a second soundtrack. That alone needs to justify a sequel existing. And we've heard you mention a place called the Narzen Institute before. So it can't be cut. Yeah, that's fair too. They're all great songs. So you can make an argument for pretty much any song in Rising. I'll be like, yeah, sure, I can see why you think that's the best one. I'm somewhere between Red Sun and Collective Consciousness. The Adventure Team might have their story's origin institute in the Ordo, right? Is that possible? It feels like we got our hands on some new clues, but then not again. Actually, I recalled something else. Actually, speaking of the singer, he went back and re-sung a parody version of one of the songs just because of an image he saw online. He saw a meme image of Sam in a wheelchair, so he altered some of the lyrics and re-sung the whole of Jetstream Sam's song, but with mixed up lyrics to make a joke, to kind of just have a little fun with the fact that he of how he was in the wheelchair and sort of thing. It was all tongue in cheek, obviously. It was nothing insulting. I was just like, Jesus Christ, this guy's dedicated. I recall something else. In terrifying sights, primordial waters, the amniotic fluid of the world, and its placenta. Devoured to the last, the world fell into utter darkness, never again would the cool spring water flow. I saw that once, or perhaps I saw that in the future. Well, wait a second, what are you talking about? The past or the future? I don't know. So you didn't think you unite Emmy. Come on, it's fine, so we're going to help you. No, Tree, I'm happy to. You're the first two friends I met since I became me. For that, you have my thanks. I mention it. Why are you two being so formal? Isn't becoming friends something that you just, happens? Or when you called out to us and asked for us to help, Anne? That was the moment Paimon thought, that's right, you're our friend and we're going to help. Thank you so much, Paimon. Don't be like that, Anne. If you want to thank us, then keep your chin up and keep your spirits high. Yes, you're exactly right, Paimon. Besides, I have your help. I shouldn't waste it by standing still. I should recall more and tell you more about it. You have to push yourself that hard. It's fine. Just as Mary Ann dreamed of a past tale, the tale that gave birth to me, I will also rest in dreams. I might also recall more. Perhaps there might be lovely things there, too. If I do recall some, you'll be the first to know. Right, Night, Emmy, and Paimon. Alright, good luck, and good night, Anne. Yes, indeed, good night. Unfinished story. Oh, I just stumbled in. I'll take it, though. Oh, I got 3 or 4, just me wandering around. Whoops. We know where that key goes. We know where that key goes. Time to do some exploring on our own terms. Is this how we get out? Okay. It was like here, so I think this will be the closer walk. Exploring! What do we find over here on our own venture? Oh, for a split second I was like, don't tell me there's a second key somewhere. Oh! Of course there's an enigmatic page.
A chest full of
Careful.
valuables.
I've got my cat in my bed. She's
Trove of
completely
potential
asleep and she went to
clues.
roll over and nearly fell off my bed. I just felt her jolt because like she had her head tipped off and she like must have just realised sort of thing.
Beg for mercy.
Oh, there's no... Oh, actually. No? Where's... Oh, it's been so long since I've been in the chasm. I was like, what's the thing you use to light yourself up when you're in the chasm? There it is. Oh, okay, no. I had to check. I don't need to use the Sumeru treasure chest finder anymore, so I can get rid of it. Oh, there's a few animatic pages. Awesome. I wonder how many there are.
More speed.
Alright. Oh, that's telling you it's a book warp. Okay, cool. So that's telling you there's a book warp there. In the same vein, there is a book warp here. Oh, no Virgil, but... No, it's a most serendipitous meeting. Won't you agree, my dear Luca? Or Luca. Who are you? Apologies, look at me, beginning a conversation with introducing myself. I'm Sunny, the one that's sometimes called the White Glove. My friend here is Luca the Fisherman, pretty famous in certain circles. Hi, Paimon is... It's most alright. I know that you are Paimon, and the blonde traveller is Emmy. You know us? But of course, just before today, my knowledge of you was much like the knowledge of the Chief Justice. In other words, I knew of you, but you did not know of me. With your fame and accomplishments, only natural that news of your arrival would reach us as soon as you stepped foot in Fontaine. Well, to be fair, even if people didn't know who we were, Farina, the lady goddess herself, made short work of making sure everyone knew who we were by literally appearing at our, like, immediately at the door and making a huge song and dance over it. We're that famous? Oh, you're too humble. How should I put it? To certain people, your arrival in Fontaine would be as if someone had set off a bomb on a stage of the Opera Epicles. Of course, I mean it's only in a positive way, don't you agree, Luca? How can a bomb going off ever be a good thing? Not very good at my words. How do you put it, my dear Luca? Lily and Lynette's magic show, blasting everything wide open to accomplish the impossible. Spine-tingling experience. Precisely. See, I would never have thought to put it like that. If you say so. Why are you called the White Glove? Paimon doesn't see a glove at all. Oh, that's a hard question. How do I explain? Imagine if you will, if you're wearing a white glove, it gets dirty where to get you on your hand. Then a dark mark will be left on the glove. My duty would be to find that dark mark and remove it from view. Oh. Okay, you cover up shit. Got it. So you're something like a cleaner. Exactly, my dear Paimon. Yeah, no Paimon. Not that kind of cleaner, though. He's... Oh no, this person's accidentally murdered someone. He cleans up the body, I imagine. So I couldn't summarize the nature of my work. So people like you are the reason why the streets in the court of Fontaine are always so well kept and tidy. That's what I like to hear, yes. So you may understand it like that. Okay then, that makes sense to Paimon, but why would a cleaner need a knife? I think of it as a small tool of the trade that we bring out when there are marks that are particularly hard to remove. Got it, thanks. So your friend Luca here, Luca the fisherman, it's because he's really good at fishing? No, he's good at fishing out the trouble. Part of the story, I'm afraid. See, there's many kinds of fish in Fontaine as well. And Luca is really experienced at teaching people to spend some quality time with different kinds of fish. Am I right, Luca? Paimon doesn't get it. Yeah, it's all like fancy wordplay. Paimon, that you've really got a knack for asking the most difficult and fascinating questions. It's most wonderful that we could have a longer conversation where I'll be able to answer everything in your full satisfaction. Anything we can help with? So intrigued by the practice of diving, Fontaine's waters are full of priceless treasures left by nature of the ancestors. We heard that you made a good friend recently, and you went with a dive with him. Your powers were such that you didn't even need to use any diving equipment. You want to ask about Virgil? Yes, we want to ask about Virgil. Virgil, that liar and traitor. Us remembering him makes Paimon mad. You recount the experience of Virgil to Sunny at the White Glove and Luca the fisherman. I see. Thank you for telling us all of this. You're welcome. Paimon himself hasn't forgotten a thing about that guy. We are, of course, exceedingly grateful you're willing to share the whole story with us. However, from your own perspective, I'm even more relieved that you did not consider Virgil to be a friend. If that hadn't been the case, maybe I can put it like this. If you'd seen him as a friend, things would have become quite awkward for both of us. Yeah, because you two are the street cleaners. These guys are like the secret police. This is like the FBI, but dirty-handed FBI. And if we were buddies or still in close contact with the person thereafter, we could have got caught in the crossfire. It could make things difficult. I agree, thank you. What are you talking about? They're Virgil's enemies. Ah! Your words wound me, my lovely lady. We had many friends and not a single enemy. Virgil was just one of my many friends. Speaking of dear Virgil. So the IRS? Yes! There's actually a much better way with it. Even the Joker from Batman doesn't put up with the IRS. Even he doesn't take the risk of pissing them off. But it's about time we have a serious talk with him. Surely you understand what I mean, Emmy. He's gonna fucking kill him. Of course, it's also so that we can get back at him for what he's done to you. It's the least we can do for our honoured guest, don't you think? Paimon's lost. It's okay to not understand everything, Paimon. He's the White Glove, that's all you have to know. Okay. We found the stronghold of Virgil and the rest of his friends. Why don't we meet up there? Alright then, let's go. Paimon wants to talk to Virgil too. He has to make a formal apology to us. Oh, you're too kind. Let's meet up at this destination. It's like, oh, you want to go apologise to him? Yeah, you can. His corpse can apologise to you. Paimon's like, what? Nothing. It's like one of my favourite lines from the Batman animated. Joker goes, the IRS? Oh, no. I can mess with Batman any day of the week, because at least then, if I lose, there's fun in it. The IRS? No. Even I know not to mess with them. I'm not crazy enough to even do that. Actually, I'll just warp here, turn in my Hydra codices that we got, and then we'll head over. I'll just warp over. And that's the best Batman Joker impersonation you're going to get out of me. Oh, it's back over here. You know, there is a daily near Prasan that we can go do.
Take it easy.
Near Poisson. That's probably rude, I shouldn't say that. I probably shouldn't try to do that accent. Oh, there's a treasure chest over here anyway. Double the incentive.
Take it easy.
Illusion shattered.
My first day doing Fontaine commissions, so I'm hoping there's at least a couple interesting ones. And not... Every nation has like one commission that's just really fucking weirdly annoying, and it's like, why did you make this like a commission? You know? It'd be nice if we can get one that's just fine.
Gotcha. Shine down. Beg for mercy.
Monster has the protect the objective for like 3 rounds of enemies and then get wood, which is just like every time that pops up you just go, oh, for God's sake, it takes forever. Leeway had find the unseen razor because you had to go so far out. You had to go start it, then go out to rejuvenate it by doing other things. Like it was just annoying. Inazuma had the stealth missions, which weren't even really stealth missions. It was just if you got caught, you had to fight more enemies.
More speed.
There we go. Oh, and Sumeru had Find the Weasel. Which I honestly think was the worst offender, because it was just a time waster. You just stood there and played whack-a-mole. And it would go on for like 30 seconds. It'd be like, come on. I know facing doesn't seem like long, but it feels like it when you have to do it once a day, every day. So I'm really hoping Fontaine just has simple or simpler commissions. Or just quicker. Oh, I'm missing something. I can't get this to activate. What about this treasure chest? What to do with that?
Quietly now.
Oh, I should go see if I can trade in any of these fruits. So we've been picking up a fair few.
At least good luck doesn't discriminate by clan.
I don't know how we activate this one. Trying to see if there's anything obvious in the vicinity that could unlock it. Oh, there's a challenge on the surface over there. I'll go do that though.
There is no escape.
Troublesome.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Hunter.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
It's a combat challenge too. Interesting. Excuse me, swans.
Shine down. Shut up. Vengeance will be mine. I condemn you. Well met.
Ooh, treasure. This is how my expedition usually goes. I just wander around and go, ooh, loot. I will get back to plot and dealing with Virgil soon.
Things are about to get dicey.
And see how much we can scare him when he finds out he's the next person to think they could get away with screwing us over just to come face to face with us. Right, how deep are we going? Jeez. Pretty deep, then. Oh, I know where we are. The Paimon and my lovely lady. This is the stronghold that Virgil's been using as of late. I swear, why is Virgil still not back yet? He's going to keep us waiting? I might be able to hold myself back from this shipment of synth. God, more synth! Hey, cut it out. That shipment took us an arm and a leg to get. Virgil will have no mercy for you if you just take it without his permission. What a pity. It would seem that your dear friend Virgil hasn't returned to the stronghold yet. We can have a chat with these guys, however. But it doesn't look like they're in the mood for a chat. But I think they may change their mind soon enough. What do you think, my dear Luca? No problem. Are you sure there's no problem? Paimon thinks I'll probably just beat you up. Oh no, you are too considerate, dear Paimon. Something like that would be most unfortunate indeed. For them. He's needing to call an ambulance. Call an ambulance. But not for me.
Illusion shattered. Gotcha. Quietly now. Beg for mercy.
I like how the objective says have a chat with them. Try not to cause the Yamato, yeah. Oh, here's Virgil. He showed up. He's somewhere. Just hiding in the back, were you?
Shudder. Beg for mercy. Blood of frost. Eye for an eye.
Let me explain. It was all a misunderstanding. Mr. Sonny, you see, we only got into this business because we heard that there'd be more to be made, and since the higher ups don't agree, we figured we could just earn the money first, and then we told the profits over. Yeah, that's exactly it. He's totally ignoring Paimon. I have no complaints against the organization, none at all. Oh, right, I was also tricked by these crooks. The only reason I did something so foolish. Impressive. Very impressive, Emmy. You're as every inch as strong as the stories have made you out to be. Don't you agree, my dear Luca? Super strong. Incredibly formidable. Please, if you still remember anything about the time we spent together, Mr. Sonny, Mr. Luca. Ah, please, please, no. Luca, our guests are still here. Let's not do anything discourteous that might bring down their mood. Yeah, we tortured them after Paimon and Emmy are gone. Understood. See the error of your ways now yet, Virgil? It was my fault. It was all my fault. Please have mercy. Okay, at least you admit that you did something wrong. Now make sure you won't do it again. My dear Virgil would never do something like that again. Paimon, Emmy, I can promise you that on the honour of Sonny the White Glove, as well as that of my father and son. Let's go, Paimon. Thank you so much, Sonny and Luke. Yeah, I'm like, they're gonna... Paimon, I don't think they're gonna have a word with him. I think they're just gonna kill him. We should just leave. Fontaine after. Farewell, dear Paimon. My lovely lady, I hope there'll be a day where we'll come to work together again. So he's gonna... My dear Virgil, you'd put us for a lot of trouble. Now then, what should we do with you? Sorry. Yeah, this won't do. This won't do at all. You know full well that time flies. Now it's too late for you to turn back. Our organization has a justice code all on our own. And one of our most important rules is that there are some trades that you just never do. But, Mr. Sonny, please just listen to me. The profit margin on this, it's just... Ah, not this again. Mora, Mora, Mora. Is there anything you care about other than Mora? What about your pride as a citizen in Fontaine? What about your conscience as you watch our countrymen turn into husks of themselves from this drink? Oh, how shocking. Even Luca is showing intense emotion in response to your words. You see, my dear Virgil, you're truly accomplished the impossible. Mr. Sonny, please believe me, it's because of what those guys said. They lied to me. I've done everything not for silence, you worthless dross. You're the exact kind of lowlife I've no time for. Even now, you're still trying to lie to me. Are you beyond dumb, or do you think I'm dumb? Oh, not so talkative now, are you? You even tried to hurt Emmy. Do you have even the faintest inkling of who you will ask to deal with? To think that he could have trained someone as clueless as you. I've really got a good conversation with him. Yeah, it's like, you do realise, if you try and strike out at Emmy, The Lady Archon is interested in us. You attack us or harm us in any way, you're gonna have to answer to Falsalos. You're gonna have to answer to Lady Florina. But that is not something you'll need to worry about, dear Virgil. Yeah, let's leave. So Virgil dies, almost assuredly.
Take it easy.
All's well that ends well, and you hear in the background it's just him screaming. Alright, where else do we fancy our travels? Hey, this isn't pumpkin soup. This is truly mouth-watering, and let's check out the workshop. That's nearby. What's going on over here? Oh, there's still room for improvement here. The hammer-sing forge still isn't quite right. Materials used are all the same. So it's due to a difference in forging methods. Oh, one where the harder material is made into the outer layers, or one where it becomes the inner layers instead. If that's the case, should the corresponding force be preset? Or should I make an adaptive mechanism that sets the force based on forging method instead? You know, this machine really is fascinating up close. The way it just clangs on the metal by itself. At this rate, it feels like you wouldn't need a blacksmith at all. Aha! This machine isn't smart enough to not need a blacksmith yet. When you need to make something, there are still countless little details that need to be turned. And the tempering and polishing needs to be done manually as well. However, one day, I will turn it into a fully automated forge. Anyway, do you have a commission for me? That hinges on how well the autosmith can perform. You've got to show you what I got. So you're the blacksmith too, and not just the boss? That's right, I wear both hats. We're both hammers, however you want to put it. Surprised, huh? Also, this is the first female blacksmith we've met in the entirety of Genshin. People who find out about me for the first time will end up making the expressions you're making right now. Where are the solid chunks of muscle on her arms? She's even leaner than the average person. Yeah, that's right. Can someone like that really work as a blacksmith? Those aren't Paimon's faults. Paimon just continued your hypothetical conversation without even realizing it. No offense taken. Truth be told, letting someone as feeble in body as I serve as a blacksmith is the main point of this machine. Humans can use tools, and exquisitely designed tools can make the impossible possible. Some say that all automated forgings are hollow and soulless, but if you ask me, the machine is just as much of a tool as a regular smith's hammer. Really, I'd love to see those smiths knock metal into shape with their bare hands. Anyway, I digress. I'll forge a razor-sharp sword for you right away. It seems like I've run out of materials, though. It appears we've used up too much of the materials during the previous rounds of experiments. What should I do? Oh, Paimon knows. For the next phase, Paimon must pull a mysterious lever. Once Paimon has done that, the forge will rattle and chime before transforming into a mobile mechanism that will leave to seek materials on its own. Automated material gathering machines. Also, that would be a high-demand design as well. But for how shall they differentiate between different forms of matter? Could they perhaps use the external reflectivity of surfaces to judge the properties of an object? Mr. Stell? Apologies, I got distracted. As it stands, the autosmith is just a hammering mechanism. It cannot transform nor roam on its own. All the materials it uses must still be delivered by human beings. But if you're interested, you can also give me any spare materials you've collected. Then, when one is testing and tuning the autosmith, there's always a scarcity of resources. In return, let me offer you designs from the workshop. I smell trade secrets. How should I put it? To me, what matters isn't the product that is forged, but the tool used for forging. Letting the autosmith work with different materials to produce more data sets will help the machines create better products down the line. The designs, contrarily, are of lesser importance. So, we are interested in more than just forging materials. Feel free to bring over anything you might find useful. You aren't trying to scam us with some strange and useless designs, are you? What if next time we're back we find an empty shop with no sign of you, the autosmith, or the materials we handed over to you? No, that would never happen. This counts as a long-term partnership. In such relationships, nothing's more important to us than trust. I'll make sure that the designs will be of the highest quality. Besides, even if I could run, it won't be easy for the autosmith to sprout legs and follow. That's a fair point, then that settles it. But this partnership will benefit both of us. Look forward to seeing what you make. Oh, we need more condensed crystals before we can buy all of these, but... Oh, some of them require different materials. So we need another 8 of the berries, the blue fruits. But we need a lot more condensed crystals. Okay. Pretty sure this is the closest warp. Oh, here. We did kind of just walk past here. What are those two doing? Let's check them out in a second. I do remember abandoning this quest because if someone's got their head stuck in the ground. Or their body stuck in the ground, it's just their head poking out. I hope the tide hasn't come in the few days since I was last here. They might not be with us.
Treasure. One way to draw your target out of hiding.
Hello. Don't leave Paimon in this awkward silence. Hello. What a beautiful day. What the person over there? What person? I don't know the person you're talking about. We're just taking a walk. Yes, that's right. We're just taking a walk. A walk taken by us, the ordinary people. What a beautiful day and a wonderful thing walking is, don't you think? Taking a walk is totally normal. I'm sure you understand. What are you guys even talking about? Did you hear someone calling for help? A man is buried in the ground over there and almost got eaten by crabs. What? Something like that happens when we can take walks? On such a beautiful day? He gets eaten by crabs? That would be really funny. I mean, a real pity. Shame. We won't let this happen. I mean, we can't let this happen. If we wanted something like that during our walk, we would not be bystanders. I mean, if. What are you guys doing here? Taking a walk. Like we said, taking a walk. You really didn't notice anything weird? No, none at all. Yeah, none at all, except for the two of you who are interrupting our walk. Taking walks is very personal. We do not like to be interrupted. We suggest you find a good place for walks. The Fountain of Lucine, for instance, is a pretty good place. This is where we take walks. I mean, where we feel the nature. So we don't want to be interrupted. Goodbye. Fucking weirdos.
Take it easy.
Those two are pretty strange. I buried myself with my own hands. That was a beauty trend. Any thoughts? Oh, Jesus. They're obviously not taking a fucking walk. How do you even manage to bury yourself like that? Drink every time they say walk. Yeah, it reminds me of the fucking... the Milkman conspiracy from Psychonauts 1. When you talk to any of, like, the secret agents. And all of the secret agents are saying blatantly hyper-suspicious shit. So I'm just checking things over. Aha! No, go to roast chicken, for fuck's sake, this menu is so awkward. There we go. Christ, there was so many. It was never going where I was pointing with the stick. I have done not. This is the latest beauty trend. When did you? We're taking a walk. Taking walks is a form of exercise. Exercise involves movement. Movement is what brought us here. Did you do this? So what if... Oh, Hunter, I remember now. Take a good look at her. That's the person you told us not to mess with. Right. What are you whispering about? Nothing. We're just taking a walk. Fucking... That's right. We're just taking a walk. There's nothing else. We'll keep walking and walk to other places. Wait, don't you have anything scary to me anymore? The lesson has been learned. You know what I mean? What lesson? Nothing. I mean, roast chicken is dangerous. It invites trouble. See, it's a valuable lesson. Let's go. But roast chicken is the board. Forget the roast chicken. We should continue our walk. We'll ask Sunny to treat us to roast chicken next time. So he says turn as he walks away. Thank you so much. I knew you'd understand. So that's exactly what Emmy said. Let's help him out. But digging you out is a really exhausting job, so Pine will take the roast chicken as payment. Alright, fine. He's not enjoying the roast chicken, to draw, but he holds back the desire to share, promise to maintain his dignity. To look unaffected, Paimon often offers to share the roast with him. Chicken is crisp on the outside and resists the oily aroma. Yum yum. What, are we an NPC? Yum yum. What the fuck are you doing now? Freedom. The sweet taste of freedom. They're not as satisfying as roast chicken. Freedom sure is sweet. What's that board you're holding stand for? Oh, it represents protest, of course. Against what? How should I put this? They are the ones who buried me. They did it to stop me from working hard, which is why I want to protest. Wait, they want you to stop working? Can you keep a secret? Of course, your secret's safe with Paimon. And yours is safe with me too, but I'm afraid I can't tell. What the? You're making fun of me? Let's talk about something else then. This whole side quest is weird. What's with the barrel you were wearing? Is that a form of protest as well? Huh? Oh, before they buried me, they put that barrel on me. A deed born of their twisted taste, I'll wager. When did you get buried by them? Because they are terrible, terrible people. They just grabbed me for no reason at all. They buried me in the sand. They wanted me dead. No reason at all, huh? Really? Of course, don't you see? I was actually buried in the sand. They didn't want me dead. If they didn't want me dead, what else would they do? That makes sense. Amy, what do you think? Oh, God. Oh my god! There we go, he broke a machine. He didn't kill me at all. You guys really observant, that's right, I was the one that broke the machine. Why did you break it? Why indeed, because a long time ago I lived a poor, miserable life. I was really depressed. Then I met a guy who gave me a healthy drink and it lifted my spirits. But he's really kind to me, so I'm paying back for the kindness. One day I had my chance, he introduced me to rich people who asked me to help them. I did was menial work, such as collecting mechanical parts that belonged to the Fontaine Research Institute. The rich people paid me a pretty sum. Ah, sounds awesome, right? This time they asked me to find this strange machine, take their core out and deliver the core to them. I'm going to be both my bro and make some money if I gave it my all. But those terrible people, perhaps they hated seeing me work hard to change their life for the better. They interfered in my work and warned me against delivering the precious components to my employers. But I wouldn't let them win. I took the job and protested against their behaviour. And as a result, like you said, I was taught a lesson. Oh, poor you. But this job is so you are so really well paid. Of course, there is a reason why I didn't want to tell you why I'm protesting. However, since you saved my life. Not as much as saving your life. I mean, I also thought that since you two are really observant, I might as well just tell you the truth. You can see it's a collaboration. Such strange machines have been deployed above ground and underwater. It's easier to spot such machines. Oh, I see them. The things that spike out like boyos. They will produce particular light around them. Handle it for me and bring a specific core inside. There should be 7 in total. I'll take a 20% cut though. Fine, but you really can't. I can't give it to you in advance. What does those machines do? They destroy the environment. These machines are evil. Destroy how? How am I going to know? I'm not a member of the Fontaine Research Institute. Anomalies have already occurred, so it has to be hazardous to the environment. Well, that sounds reasonable. Every time we see a supernatural environment during our adventure, there's bound to be some trouble to deal with. Why don't we go help Henry? And great, sells it. Bring me to 7 cores and we'll become rich together. How many of these things do I have? 2. Oh, okay, we'll come back to that. I know what it's talking about, though. There are these things here and there where, it's like it's hovering and it's got like a zone effect under it. I think it's referring to them. But that's another thing for the guide I'll do off screen. There's a lot of things I'm gonna have to like take up with the guides. The holocolors, the enigmatic pages, the cause. Oh, look at this! They're doing a little opera performance. Look at this guy. Yeah, you go, dude. So cute. Oh, what's it mean to surface? Sorry, there's a reason why I'm doing this. I don't know if I've fought one of those octopus guys before, so I want to add it to the bestiary. I'm not just being a murderer for no reason. I've got at least a glimmer of a reason.
Yeah. Shut up! Quietly now. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
No, fuck! No, let me out, no! Fuck, god damn it. This is what I meant earlier, it's like you can't get out of the Hydro once. Drop me! Why are you taking me so far away? No! It's weird, because like the Electro ones you can like jump out of. The light chains you can jump out of in Sumeru. You can jump out of the abyssal versions. Why is it specifically the water ones you're not allowed to jump out of? Right, where is this going to take me? Now I've actually got what I wanted. Like, you're super locked in. I'm glad I warped out of it, though. It's going to take me to the next year. Oh, there's a treasure chest up there. That would have been such a bitch move if I let that take me the whole way to get back.
Busted. Shine down. Crush.
Oh, that guy just died. Whoops.
At least good luck doesn't discriminate by clan.
Oh, that's nearby. That's actually pretty damn nearby. That works out. Oh, this is like the Mel thing that's like just over here, right? Yeah. Hey, buddy. So easy before the super duper potion? Exactly, you could say it gave me super duper powers. What kind of awful advertising slogan is that? Oh, thank you. It was due to the potion's effects and I guess the master potioneer's recipe for you. It's been super duper potion testings, them to close first. Next is the Coasty Toasty potion. You come up with the names yourself? Nope, I'm no good at coming up with names. I let others help me come up with much better ones. Well, you don't say. Really, for something like potions, the name should let you know what it does right away. I've never heard of that before, but you're right. It's like a master potioner should be like. Anyway, you want to test this potion? Yeah, let's go. Oh, it smells like a disaster too. Theoretically, the Coasty Toasty potion will spare you from the effects of the cold and keep you warm. Take the potion. It smells like dusty, musty old leather. You hesitate for a moment before drinking it in one gulp. It's not a bad tasting drink, being spicy with hints of cinnamon and ginger. It reminds you of a crackling fireplace on a rainy day. Otherwise, however, your body has no reaction to it. Afterwards, you rest for a while at her instruction.
Gotcha.
Oh, I'm literally burning.
Take it easy.
I'm on fire. I'm burning. Yeah, thanks.
Illusion shattered.
Ship Shayleys and Shayleys or Shayley and Wilbur. I don't know these people, so I'll comment on that. Ow, ow. Oh, sorry, just shoulders playing up. Oh. Alright, let's go. So, I don't know if the medicine would attract strange things like that. It happens because the potion made me all coasty and toasty, you know. You know how things work? Can you be coasty? Aquatic animals do mistake warm things for the sun, which will attract them. That means the potion worked. I think it worked. Aquatic animals, well, those pyro slimes. Hallucinogen side effects. Alright, I've written it down. Well, at least it wasn't completely ineffective, but effects are terrible. It made huge crabs like pyro slimes this time. What if there's more dangerous monster comes along next time? What then? True. I've already bothered you so much already. There's just one final potion that needs testing. Are you sure you're okay with it? Oh, we got this far. Just in case. No, I did something, like, just before I took my break from streaming, I did something to my shoulder, and it's been hovering somewhere between my shoulder and my neck. But sometimes it, like, pings, and it just pinged kind of bad then, a minute ago. That's why I had to stop for a second. I went to stretch, and it just decided it had enough. Next up, the True Sight Potion. Wait a minute, the first one was the Super Duper, the second was the Coasty Toasty, and this one's called True Sight, which means it can let people see the truth. What's wrong with that? It's nothing. Pyramid thinks one's name is completely different compared to the other one. It's like a 360-degree turn. There's no difference then. You mean 180 turn? It doesn't have any fingers. You know what Pyramid meant anyway. What's the potion here? Name the first two for me. I named this one. I'm not good at names, so it's not as good as the names like she came up with. Really? Paimon thought it was the other way around. Either way, let's have some confidence. In fact, it's a proper name for a potion. Anyway, potion's different from the previous two, so it might be very dangerous. Please be careful. Right, see the environment should help moderate the potion's effect, and my workshop has tools to deal with the dangers, so... Sounds like a real doozy. Let's go. Alright, follow me. Now, I think I just pulled something. I think I say pulled. I think I, damaged a muscle in my shoulder one way or another. And what hasn't helped is that whilst, like, trying to correct it and try to help it, I've been using new pillows, and they are a lot thicker than... I used to have feather pillows, whilst these ones are really fucking sturdy and thick. And so, like, they, like, really hold my position up. So there's, like, adjustment pains as well. But I could probably do with a new mattress eventually as well, because this one's kind of old. Not old, but getting there. You know, there's a few, like, necessary, financials that I might have to deal with eventually. Say, Doc. Yeah, true. There's my workshop. I've got my experiments. Okay, for the next experiment, we're testing the True Sight Potion. You ready? I'm ready. Oh, please be careful. Take the potion, and the rank odor of masses of dead seagrass left to rot under the tropical sun assault your nostrils, causing you to gag involuntarily. Take for a moment and then drain it in a single gulp. The taste of a potion itself isn't nearly so awful, and in fact it lacks any kind of distinct taste. Otherwise, however, your body has no reaction. Afterwards, you rest for a while, and absolutely nothing changes. But not long after... I start seeing shit. Something has changed. I can stop worrying now. Yes, Emmy, look, you were stunned for a moment. What's wrong? Did you see something? I saw half of a semi-transparent boat. Really? Fascinating. Could you provide more detail? It was too far away. I couldn't see it clearly. Interesting. Very indeed. It serves as concrete proof of the potion's effects. You can't prove that you didn't mistake some reef or shipwreck of a ghost ship after all. So the result of the experiment is inconclusive. But thanks to you both, I've collected a great deal of many awesome notes this time. I'll definitely be able to use them for the next batch of potions. I've heard something very familiar. Yes, there's still much to observe. I see the same phenomenon. Does that mean you still need to find other people? You need to test your potions? Yes, that's correct, because I must have 2 or more reliable witnesses who see the same things in order to prove that the potion really can allow people to see the truth, right? The truth will not be limited or constrained by the eyes or perspectives of the viewer, and won't be distorted by what's in their heart. It objectively exists there, and it just is. Like the gods that lived there for 1,000 years? No, like the white sand, like the bones of sea stars, like the waves that crash and pound, those are truth. But the master potioneer also said that truth cannot be created through dreams and memories. I don't quite get it, but it seems like a contradiction to me, but I'm trying my best to understand. The topic got deep so quick. Then let's not talk about such things for now. Anyway, I'd like to thank you for your help. Please take these. Also, be sure to come back again next time to make a new potion. And all I've got is the big one to go back to, the painting quest. Let's turn these in, though, at the book club. I say the steam bird. Oh, 30-point shot. Where is this thing? Oh, back down over here, near the hydrocolors I didn't figure out how to get. Or at least have yet to figure out how to get. You finally looked over. Hello there, tall stranger. And Paimon's Paimon. She's Emmy. Alright, I got it. Miss Emmy, Miss Paimon. Welcome to Merusi Village. Miss? Sorry, so sorry. I'm used to showing consideration to the people in the village, so I just called you both Miss without thinking. No need to apologise. Yeah, you don't need to be so nervous. You can call us whatever you want. Still, what's your name? I'm Serene. You can just call me Serene. I heard you were trying to collect components. Did something happen? Explain everything that happened before to Serene. Can you recap me as well? I can't remember the fucking painting quest. I didn't think it was that interesting. I don't think something like that would occur. This must be reported to Monsieur Nouvelet immediately. Thank you, Miss Emmy, Miss Paimon. If it weren't for you, something would have definitely followed. But Seymour still broke down. Components, yes? Oh, yeah, right. We were trying to repair the dog. Though we're not really sure how to fix him right now. We were thinking that after getting the components, we could go somewhere like the Fontaine Research Institute and find someone to help us. If that's the case, then please take this. Are these components? Just giving them to us? Thank you. I should be the one thanking you. Thank you for taking care of Mamire. That child's always alone and never tells me about anything. So seeing her joyously talking with someone, and that someone being an outsider human friend as well, it makes me happy. Though, if I had more components, maybe you should solve the problem immediately, right? It's like I expected. It's as I expected. It would take more hard work on my part to better assist everyone. Come on, you've already helped us. Anyway, we were taking these components. Make a lot, Serene. Anyway, right, where can we find more? Let me think. You can check the areas around the village. If you're lucky, you might be able to pick up some scattered. But the method alone isn't that efficient. Yeah, you might find spare change. Only ask the villagers if you need help with anything. I'm sure they'll give you components in exchange for help. Oh, I've already done a quest. It says you've already got enough. That's funny. Because I've been sidetracking so much, I've already got enough. So I can just go straight back to this. Mamiro, you collected a whole bunch of components. What do these do? There's so many in such a short time. Amazing. Guess that's what I should have expected from Outlanders who've experienced lots of things and met lots of people. We've done this sort of thing loads of times after all. That said, how are we going to use these components to fix Seymour? Seymour! Don't worry, just leave it to me. Things will be alright, just like Father said. She opens the immobile robot dog along with the slit in its back in a manner ill-befitting of repairs. Then she starts to scatter components on the ground onto the dog, seemingly without looking, as one might well practice at the job. With that done, she takes out a single mechanical component from her pocket. It resembles an intricately packaged candy with some indecipherable runes carved on it. She embeds this into the gear of the dog's head, and with a clank they come together. Components of unknown purposes skitter across the ground. She picks them all up. They are valuable as Mora in this place after all. It really work. It must be part of imagination, but it feels more like components dropped in the collector. More components dropped than we collected in the first place. On that note, the thing you put out a moment ago seems kind of different from those components. Well, this is not a component, it's a token. A token? That's right, it's something that we were all born with. Father said that if we put this in as well, it will be able to cure Seymour. Oh, wait, you were born with it? Does that mean... Actually, Palmer's not sure how Baluncists are born in the first place. I'm not sure either, now that I'm considering it. But, in my first memories, I had a token with me, and that's how it is with everyone. Isn't that something really valuable to you? Yes, tokens are very important to us. They're different from ordinary components. They were the first memento we received when we arrived in this beautiful world. They are proof we're alive. But if that's the case, why do you just use it like that? Well, I didn't throw it away or anything. Seymour will be by my side, right? And he's this way because he tried to save me, so... Relay module detected. Environmental check. Containment levels high. Activating in safe mode. Oh, it suddenly moved. Unidentified life form detected. Related information entered. It is a pleasure to meet you, Miss Mamire. And... The Emmy and Paimon. You have entered this data previously. It is an honor to meet you, Miss Emmy and Paimon, the adorable little one. It was my honor to witness your elegant swordsmanship during the previous altercation. Miss, I am prototype 4AC-V07. You may call me Seymour. Up until today, for 1/7 to the times 10 to the power of 21 clockwork cycles, my functions were in hibernation. A seventh times 10. 7 to the power of 21. 7 septillion clockwork cycles. Okay, got it. Oh, is it septillion? It might be just under septillion. No, it is yeah, it's... No, because 10 to the power of 21 is 1 septillion, so it's just under. It's a power under it. I'm sorry, I'll shut up. I'll stop letting my maths get carried away. Normally before, though? By normal speech, you refer to my pre-configured automated responses, yes? Huh? Your observation was most sharp, almost comparable to that of my master. Previously, when you would bring my artificial clockwork relay model nearby, Miss Mimire, my main voice unit, would be automatically triggered. You're an artificial clockwork relay module? Are you referring to a token? I apologize, but I cannot answer your question. I do not understand the meaning of this token you refer to. As such, I can make no judgment as to any relationship between this token and said artifaced relay module. Regardless, while hibernating, I would automatically play and preset responses to specific situations to ensure that my voice over units would work properly once energy was restored. In other words, you were just playing fixed lines before. Is that what you mean? Affirmative. You understand is completely correct, Paimon, as befits your elegance and wisdom. A large amount of energy is required to operate my natural language processing unit. My logic unit actively shuts it off when power supply cannot be guaranteed, so to prevent complete loss of my functionality. So that means... So all the things you said to me before were just pre-written? Affirmative. Your understanding is correct, Miss Mimire. During my previous hibernation, our interactions were all performed through the playback of pre-recorded voice assists. Uh-oh. However, my visual and information processing modules were not shut off, so I do have the paintings you displayed in my memory unit. I can recognize more than 103,900 different styles. 103,900 different styles of art, but your work does not match any of these. As such, I can reasonably infer that your art is unprecedented artistic value. I do not mention this before using my preset voice assets, so consider this appended to be to any previous related comments. Really? Affirmative. You see, the only reason people don't understand your art is because your style is too new and unique, so don't worry about it. They'll get it in the future for sure. Thank you, Seymour Paimon. I was afraid that... So even Seymour says so. You gotta believe in yourself. And believe in us too. We understand your paintings. And they're truly beautiful. In any case, thank you for your help in restoring my lost relay module. That way, I will be able to better fulfill my mission and protect my master. By master, you mean Mire. Is that why you suddenly activated to protect her when she was in danger? Negative. I am infinitely grateful to her taking care of me during my hibernation. However, she is not my master. My master is... I apologize. Some of my memories have suffered light damage. Inference caused by previous damage. Unable to locate data rated to master. Reason for previous emergency activation is unknown. That should not have happened. I must schedule logic unit maintenance. Well, why don't we have something to eat, Seymour? You have never eaten anything before. Maybe you'll figure something out once you've had your fill. My problem can be solved by eating, you know, just most of them. Estimate data damage. High. Attempting global search relevant information. Searching last record segment. Failure. Critical data damage. Search procedure has been forcibly terminated. Really okay? Feels like you're getting worse somehow. Thank you for your concern, Miss Paimon, but do not worry. I was merely running a self-diagnostics. I can confirm that everything is operating normal. What's going on? Got me by a quake this time. Warning. Extreme increase in environmental containment detected. For your safety, please leave this place to avoid irreversible damage. Wait, what kind of contamination are you talking about? What's going on? Amy Paimon, Father says it's dangerous. Hurry. Father again? Wait, what danger? We have to hurry and do... The scattered hallucinations, danger. There's no time to explain. Help. Whatever. Emmy, Paimon has a really bad feeling about this quake just now. It has something to do with what Mimire is talking about. Let's go.
Treasure. One way
A very
to draw
bright
the target
place.
out of hiding.
we going? Oh, there's a warp here. Oh, okay. Is this the last one I'm missing? I suppose I'll find out in a second.
But a momentary distraction.
Can I circle the objective? Okay, doesn't matter. Wait a second, why would these things be here? Hey, there's my trophy. My silver trophy. Because that's the last warp of this update. Like the last waypoint.
Will be mine. I condemn you.
So that means I've effectively been to every area in the map. It's just now about clearing it all out to find every treasure. There's probably going to be like corner rooms and things like that I haven't found, but every major area I found.
Take them. I have no need.
Oh, I see. Hope this will reach. Is it because of my sloping? I think it is. I need to be on a lower altitude. So would that be better? Jesus, how'd I... There we go. There we go, all of that.
Momentary distraction.
Oh, that goes under. Okay. Let's get this first.
There is no shudder.
Quietly now. Busted. Things are about to get dicey. A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
I need to move that one as well, dang it. Oh, please. There we go. Oh, I caught it. I caught that one from here.
Easy money.
God, I'm feeling the heat today. I am probably going to try and, like, once we've done this, I probably will, like, do the daily commissions, if there's something else to do sort of thing, and get ready to wrap up, just because it's very warm today. And if I can help it, I'd rather not stream through the hottest hour of the day, because it can get a little uncomfortable. Not that my cat seems to mind, do you? Just stretched out on the end of my bed, not a care in the world. I've only got one of them with me, I've only got socks. Sugar's probably vibing in her bed downstairs. Is there nothing here? Sure this is the place? It should be. Father couldn't be wrong. Don't expect to Seymour could dive. Affirmative. I am equipped with the latest multi-use diving unit, with which I may always accompany my master and those composed of water. Huh? Miri, what are you doing here? Whoa, where did you come from? Sorry, did I scare you? Those monsters just kind of jumping out of the glowing circles I hide in the cleft of the rocks. So it's all good as long as you're okay. You alone? No, there's a friend of mine who's been trapped over there. Oh, I need to go pick up Razor Cutter then. Child's name is Puka, tall one. Could you please ask you to rescue her? Leave it to us. Yeah, let's go. Alright, let's try and find a razor. Oh, found one. Not to be confused with a razor. A razor, not a. Eraser Gen? That one. Speaking of Sonic, new Sonic Superstars trailer is confirmed for Gamescom, so I'm looking forward to that. I want to see more of the game in action. Thank you, tall person. Thank you, good-hearted Spectre. Hang on a sec. Who are you calling a Spectre? Paimon's Paimon. This is Emmy. Anyway, what was all that just now? Why are you two in a place like this? I don't know what happened earlier either. The ground suddenly started to shake, and those scary monsters started to show up. Puka and I have been able to pick up those beautiful stones. We've been here many times, and that never happened. Nor have we ever seen those frightening creatures. So I've been wanting to ask this, but why is Mamire here? Mamire brought us here. How did you know we were here? Father told me. He told me that you were in danger, and that I should ask Emmy and Paimon to come save you. Father? Oh, I see. So it was Father who asked you to come and save us. Thank you, Mamire. So you know who Father is, Casildi? No. Still, Mamire always talks to herself about how she's able to speak to Father. I've always supposed that it's her imaginary friend. She's largely alone otherwise. Don't know what's going on, but thank you all the same. Don't thank me, I didn't do anything. Father's the one who told me to do what was. Apologies for interrupting, Miss Mamire, Miss Puka. Considering our surroundings, I suggest that we leave this place post-haste to avoid further attacks. Another dog appeared! Calm down, Puka. This is a robotic dog Mamire picked up before, right? It couldn't move before, though, could it? Keen observation, Miss, Jalstity. Regardless, my logic circlets recommend we do not tarry. Please allow me to escort you to a safe location. The contamination index here has exceeded the threshold of human tolerance. Contamination index? Could that be related to the hallucination I saw? Safe place, we need to go back home. Yep, Paimon doesn't know what Seymour means by contamination index stuff, but we might get attacked again if we stay here, so let's get you home safe. Got it, thank you. Best Paimon, you have a good heart. Alright, let's go. What's down here in the depths of the sea, though? Oh, I need one of them. Hang on. Alright, now what's down here in the depths? Cool. Can I go in? Oh, but I can get something out. Come on, CD. Where even are we? Oh, we're like an under tunnel. Is this faster or just swimming faster? I'm not actually sure. Either way, there seems to be a fair bit under here. Oh, so there was a village here too, huh? Is this where, like, that hydrocollis is? I can see it at the door. Is that the one I'm looking for? Space was closed to the ore vein, so... As for me, I'm here because it makes it easier to care for the injured animals in the area. Anyway, we should be safe once we reach home. Thank you, Emi Paimon. Thank you as well, Mimire. If it wasn't for you, we might have never made it back. Let's have tea next time we get the chance. Oh, come on. Now's not the time to be shy. I'm not shy. It's just... Oh, never mind. I understand. In any case, we'll go back first. Thank you for escorting me, Emi and Paimon. You two, stay safe. So your mission is done and dusted, huh? Thank you for your help, and for being willing to trust me. Otherwise I wouldn't have known what to do when faced with those monsters. Affirmative. If not for this lady here, I would not have been able to eliminate those life forms so quickly. However, hypotheticals generated from previous data indicated my sweeper mode would have neutralized the threat posed by the hostile life forms, albeit requiring a longer period of time. I mean, Paimon are well-seasoned adventurers, you know. Still, what are these things doing inside Elenus? They appeared alongside the Quake too. I wonder how Father was doing. Speaking of, Paimon thought their father was a secret only the Melusins knew about. Paimon didn't think that there are other Melusins hadn't heard of him either. That's right, no one can hear his voice, just how no one can understand the painting contents. They would think that I was talking to myself whenever I spoke to Father. That's understandable. That means the voice I heard then was... Well, now we've seen you repair Seymour and take us to the Puka and such, Paimon's sure that your father must be a decent person. Absolutely, he's the best in the world. Oh, I'm shaking again. Paimon, those monsters, they appeared somewhere. Huh? This time they showed up where we were collecting painting previously. You mean the place with the large house and the shipwreck? It's a long way there from here. I know. What should I do? We don't make it in time. There's no need to take such a long way. We can ascend directly from here. Eh? But there should be no path up there. I have completed a full scan of surrounding areas. You only need to penetrate the layers of rock above to reach Marusi village directly. That will allow us to reach our destination in good time. So simple, you know. What do you mean I need to penetrate the layers of rock above us? How do we do that? I take a lack of faith in my functionalities. I found your lack of faith disturbing. Concern is unnecessary. My most advanced mining module can penetrate rock layers of its thickness. Noble and lovely Lady Emmy, I ask that you take me to the waters up above. I cannot maintain diving unit operation while mining the module is active. I guess you can do that too, huh? I think it was that one. I wonder how many I'm actually missing. I imagine I'm missing like a good dozen at least, but still. I wonder if I'm even like vaguely close to finding all the hydrocollises. Oh, this is exactly where I said I felt like there should be a hole here. So I was right. Just at the wrong time.
Shine down!
Quietly now. Take it easy.
Beg for mercy. Huh? Huh.
The prismatic resonance shatters the ore, and the mescaline unexpectedly falls out. Rush over to help, but unfortunately, she doesn't. Unfortunately, she's not injured. Mimire, what are you doing here? And you are? Paimon's Paimon, she's Emmy. Mimire brought us here. That's so. Thank you all. My name is Verda. You can just call me V. I'm an apprentice agent of the Merichos Phantom. Still, I didn't think I'd get into this mess. How embarrassing. Apprentice agent? Oh, so you were the authorities in Fontaine? No. It's a self-proclaimed title at the moment. One day, though, I'll be a proper agent, just like Sadil. So you can give yourself that title? Anyway, what happened just now? Why did you end up hiding inside a rock? Something like that. I don't remember. I just remember falling down while fleeing. Nothing else after that. That was Father protecting you. Father? Never mind that for now. Even Emmy and Paimon don't know what that's about. More importantly, are there any other Belsalins trapped here? I didn't see anyone else. I was doing special training alone here after all. But I did catch sight of some humans I'd never seen before. Might have been 4 of them. Humans you never seen? What? Wait a sec. They come across some purple guy and 3 guys in red scarves? That's right. Are they your friends? How should we explain this? They're trouble. So that actually happened? They were behaving suspiciously. I guess I should have had a lot to learn. What's the Dale in my shoes? Do you see which way they went? Yes, they were heading that way. Alright, then let's go after them, Emmy. And first you should free that, free the Sealy behind us. Sis, why is he still chasing us? Do I look like I know you, numbskull? It's just bad luck. Come on, they're seriously still coming. Suspicious people, stop, don't run. Be careful, those things behind them are... You, please help, we'll pay you, I swear. Oh, more rift hounds. Those monsters all coming this way, careful, Emmy. Excess hostile reactions detected, switching to purification mode. For your own safety, Miss Mamire, please keep a certain distance.
There is no escape.
Busted.
Crush.
Still more. You guys can take care of them, I believe. Okay, we'll be here all day, never mind.
Illusion shattered.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Saved at last. Well, hey, what are you doing? Arresting the mastermind behind the summoning of these creatures. What else? Well, we didn't do anything. We were just chased by those monsters, honest. What's going on? So that's everything. Also, what about that purple guy? Where's Jacob? That's right, confess. Whatever. Now it's come to this. We might as well just come clean. Just our luck. We should never have taken this job. The madman got us to bring him those red stones. You know, the ones we gathered previously. He said they're important. Important for what? For whatever the heck we was going to do with them. He didn't tell us anything else. Just get me the ores by our armor. We were mercs, not miners. And we did it for him, alright? For half a day we worked, and at the end of it, he didn't even pay us what we gave him for these damn doors. He just started saying some weird stuff. He hadn't even caught what he said before he took the fragments and left, dropping us in a sack of potatoes with a useless and I guess old ways at the best, and no pay either. I was going to get even with the scoundrel, but he did some hand sign and blabbered out, something in a language I don't know. That's when the monsters appeared, and they chased us all the way here, that scumbag. He summoned the monsters at other locations. What other locations are you talking about? The same monsters appeared around the village, and they're attacking Malsalins wherever they find them. Wait, did something like that happen? I don't know, I swear. I was leaving your place. The Jacob guy led us to an inspection up ahead. We didn't delay. So basically, he never told you anything except that you should go steal paintings. Don't even bring that up. Never mind telling us anything. The Charlton didn't even pay us our deposit. Why did you work so hard if someone doesn't even pay a deposit? It's because you thought he was handsome. Oh, so you like purple, do you, boss? What in the world are you talking about, you idiot? Of course not. How's the guy handsome anyway? Also, what kind of reason is I like purple? Anyway, should look like he was in Mora. In the Mora. I hope we have a little extra enthusiasm. Might get him to part with more of it, so I decided to waive his deposit. So let's respond to a message. Best remember to do anything useful for these guys, we should deal with them for now. Don't worry, leave it to me. I'm not an official agent yet, but I can escort them back to the village. Wait just a moment, aren't we victims too? You ransacked my house, hurt Seymour, and still you claim to be victims? That's right, then. Wait, whose house did they ransack? Stop that, that's not my main point. Exactly. To think that you'd even do something like that, you're incorrigible. Come with me now, and don't you dare resist. Wait, you're going after that guy, aren't you? You know where he's gone? He's gone down way, to a giant stone, one place to make people at ease. Even so, we won't let you off easy. Even mercenaries know how to not be picky about employers. That self-serving monster summoning fraudster is no employer of mine, no matter how much he's offering. Not even if he paid us to deposit in the first place, I mean. Everything's shaking again. Hey sis, you know Earthquake could be? Crap, smother those monsters shop. Hey, Shorty, you wanted to arrest us, right? Quick, do it now. We surrender, unconditionally. That's more like it. Go reform yourself in the fortress of Meripede and learn the useful of society. I guess we'll leave them to you. We'll get to the bottom of the quakes. Yes, we'll go have a look. Summoning the mercenaries and tying their hands. They get escorted away. What we're supposed to do now? Hey, what's wrong? You don't look good. No, it's not that. It's father. It hurts. No, why are you doing that? I heard it too. It's horrible, Emmy. You heard something. What did you hear? I'm fine, but we must hurry. Alright, there's no time. You say so. Shouldn't you rest for a bit? It's like you're hurting all over. I've never experienced anything like this before, but I must go. Father must be suffering far more than I am. Please, let me and Paimon, please take me there to a place we gathered high purity ores earlier. Okay, let's go. There should be a shortcut we can take. Oh, that's the start of Act 3? Oh, God.
Take it easy. Busted.
There is no escape! Shudder!
What have I picked up? Oh, something new for housing. Why can't we continue on? Strange, seems like it's blocking our way. What do we do? I assume we'll break it down. Apologise, that's impossible. Over there, father's blood. It's already... Blood? Mirror, you okay? What blood? It's any further. Let's swim from over there. That's odd. I remember that the currency used to flow in the opposite direction. Yeah, I couldn't get through here, so I soon had to go the other way. Record space correlation to decrease frequency of such issues effectively. Huh? Oh, I guess we're going this way. Whoa, what happened to that strange giant stone all of a sudden? Look at that colour. Doesn't it basically look like a heart? That's right! So this is the original form, the heart. What's that? You're Jacob! What are you doing? Gathering paint, as you can see. Paint. What an interesting way to describe this filth. And you think that anyone would set upon canvas. What? Still, you arrived here as quite unexpected. I could have sworn I sealed all the entrances. Did I slip up somewhere? You remember the Abyss Order, aren't you? Ugh. When there's smoke, there's fire. When there's evil, there's you guys, huh? The Abyss Order, oh, please don't lump me in with those benighted primitives. They're no different from those oppressors. The power they seek is but a tool only a few can use. We will search for its true equality, the liberation of the will. Just as my friend said, those who lack weakness of conscience shall be subdued, not to be subdued either by gods or death. Stop your prattling. If you aren't with the Abyss Order, how do you explain the magic you use? I merely used the power of the Abyss to reverse the crystallization process, that's all. In any case, I don't expect to see its heart withered to such an extent after a few hundred years. As such, it needs to be restarted in me to obtain sufficient blood. A rather intelligent method of making things, you might think. Alas, there is no other way. I, too, initially believed that there could be enough congealed blood from Miss Mamire through peaceful means. This would have allowed the plan to go through without alerting the Meritus hunters. Alas, it backfired. Too bad, I suppose. Wait, didn't you previously say you wanted paint? No, what's this congealed blood you're babbling about? Explain. Wait a moment. This is more interesting than I thought. So you don't actually know what these paints really are, or the power they contain? I see. It seems I spoke too much. How terribly unexpected. Still, I fail to understand. Why would you want to get close to Miss Mamire if you don't understand the value of those paints? Don't bring us to the level of sneaky scheming schemers like yourself. Besides, you summoned the monsters earlier, didn't you? What did you do that for? Why did you have to attack the other Mercilins? Attack them? I don't have time for such frivolous pursuits. Well, in theory, the array I activated in those ruins to reverse the crystallization would indeed have temporarily opened the way to the realm of beasts. Suppose that's how the monsters you mentioned were attracted here, like flies festering meat on the road. As for those Mercilins, well, an unrelated matter, I fear. Let's not discuss them. Compared to that, Miss Emmy, do indulge my curiosity. What do you think of the original sights here, now that you've seen them? Look at your feet, blood flowing like a river, fertilizing in the very dust of the earth their filthy fat. If I told you that a greater disaster that will come one day, how would you react? What are you talking about? Blood, fat? Hasn't this place only just turned a little red? Negative. The blood has already risen over Emmy's ankles. The local contamination index is over 10 times the human body's endurance threshold. I recommend that all present leave the area for your own safety and to prevent the following: allergies, confusion, white matter distortion, mental deterioration, and... See, so that's how far it's gone. It's how sad, but fear not, I will liberate you. The moment foretold by the world formula is coming. There is little time left.
Beg for mercy. Freeze to the core. Eye for an eye.
Yeah, you can liberate us all you want, Mr. Creepy Looker.
Crush.
Jesus, he's dead. Fascinating. I thought that you were only to reach this place purely through luck, but it appears as if it's not at all. Indulge my curiosity, Miss Emmy. Could you tell me who you are exactly? None of your concern. I'm going to answer, that's fine. It's a mild curiosity of mine, after all. In any case, I haven't any further time to waste. The appointed time is coming, and I have enough blood to use. Any further delay may invite unwanted attention. I'm not going to let you get away. What time are you talking about? And none of your concern. You're going to do with you, after all. Anyway, Emmy, look out. What the... What is this, you despicable? What have you done? I wouldn't use that word. It's a matter of utility, not morality. You're indeed very strong, Miss Emmy. I wouldn't say the same for the others. Where does monsters come from this time? Apologies, Jacob Ingrold, but I fear I cannot let you do this. Miss Mimire, Miss Paimon, get behind me. I can't fucking move, what do you mean? Where's blood waffling about? Yeah, I know, he's like, blood this, blood that. I will use blood for prophecies and world formula. It's like, okay, dude, you're just spouting words. It's just arrogance, you piece of soulless scrap. You are unable to defend Marianne then. All you will do today is confront that incompetence once more. Marianne. All these side quests are tied into each other. The first main side quest was learning about Marianne. One of them was learning about the ruins that led to a portal that allowed us to learn more about her. And now we learn that this guard dog, the master, was once Marianne. She survived well. The giant revived beast will crush and digest you all. Well then, farewell. They're coming this way. Try to escape. I'm pressing buttons. What equipped to do? Yep, and finger something. Father. Oh, we've got other allies. Creature primers. Same for the traveler. Oh no, look out! Oh shit! Hey! It's the Final Fantasy 7 classic thing. We're dealing with Rufus. No, not dealing with Rufus. Dealing with the mercs. When they put the trap on you, and the only way to break the trap is to have a teammate break it for you. Finally safe, huh? That round thing, was it helping us? Mira, you okay? Yes, Father. Huh? Eh? Here? Oh, Paimon thought you were talking to us. Sound again. Thanks, this is your will, it'll be done. Could you both strike a pose? I'm going to start drawing. Wait a moment, Paimon hasn't really prepared herself. I'll figure out what the pose to strike. Actually, wait, why are you doing this here now? I don't know how to explain, but I think Seymour can help. Logic module, calculating, attempting to rationalize reason for question. Results, insufficient data, cannot answer. It's like, what the? This robot's like, what do you want about? Logic module concludes that decision is far from logical, Miss Mimire. Susie, Seymour, what are you doing? And also, why did you push the problem to him, Mimire? My design goal is to now sort data fragments. You okay? Oh boy, it's like he's hanged. Alright, Paimon, but there's no need to explain. If you don't hurry, it'll be too late. Sure, okay, doesn't feel quite right, but I'll trust you. No, you won't do anything to harm us on purpose. I hasn't decided what pose to strike yet. Any thoughts? Striking all goes as planned. Come on, you lot. Oh, strike. There's nowhere to run now. Hey, what's supposed to stand, though? What do you think? Will holding this pose do? Yep, you look great. Now then, leave the rest to me. Takes a deep breath, almost encouraging herself. After a few wags of her short little tail, she gets to work without another word. Her expression and the look she gives you are resolute and earnest. Solemn, some might even say. Not long after her work is done. It's done. Wow, that was super quick. Emmy, let's have a look, shall we? Nice to meet you. Why is this area called Nice to Meet You and it looks like this? Apologies, Emmy. I brought you here before I had the chance to say hello. Might I trouble you with help me clearing out that poison? me. Please activate the prisms to clear them out. That reach? That takes care of that. Thank you, Emmy. Must I invite you up here? I have much to say to you. Where are we? This side questing trip is just stumbling into weird dimensions we probably shouldn't be in. Finally, you're here. I wanted to meet you and talk to you, Emmy. You know me? Yes, I've been watching you all this time, or should I say sensing you. Felt your presence ever since that child of mine who loves art brought you inside my body. Like a warm light running to and fro without the organs and blood vessels. Elenus. Yes, that's my name. Beautiful, isn't it? I love it. Why do you appear in the form of a Melsalin? Well, I find that form very beautiful. You think so too? I love them very much. They are one and all my lovely children. In here I can decide my own appearance, and of course I choose the look I love the most. The Melsalin are your children. That's right. That happened a long, long time ago, long after I first experienced death, I think. Jesus, and as you do, many people, as people of the primordial waters, and many metal animals came into my body. I thought that they, like those other two people, were here to explore and gather my blood. I was originally just happy to have people here, but chose to fight each other in the end instead. But of course I was dead at that point. I was too weak to do anything beyond watching them in silence and feeling the wounds they left inside my body. In the end, someone triggered an explosion that caused a terrible shockwave. Many people died, and those metal animals also died. The survivors left, and everything was also quiet once more. A lot of sharp shards pierced my body in the explosion impact, but later, a tiny life emerged from those wounds and from my broken flesh. I was so overjoyed, for they were beautiful and intelligent. Also, that when I realized that I could do more than destroy, I could bring beautiful new life into this world. So I spoke to them and told them many things. I told them how to build a home for themselves, that they might grow up well. Then there was happiness and liveliness everywhere. Later, they gradually became unable to hear my voice. That's fine, though. Just as mother once said farewell to me, all children must grow up and leave their parents. Only that child who loves painting still speaks to me, and she brought her friends. That's how I came to meet you, and I'm truly happy that that is the case. So you're Mimire's father. That's right. Still, you truly are special. It was only when the situation... Oh, look at we just sat down on the edge now. We've just perched up. It's like, alright, let's have a chat. I didn't realise how my blood was poisonous to humans. But when you came into contact with my blood, not only did you not get poisoned, but instead you slowly became linked to my daughter's consciousness. You began to see and sense things. There's a second person I'd like you to meet who did not... Person I have met who did not feel my blood. If only they were more people like you. Who was the other one? So you don't know each other? But I saw you saying so many things to one another. I refer to people who made my heart stop beating again. Oh, Jacob. A moment ago, he and someone else came into my body to collect my blood. Absorbing my blood would really raise the spirits. At the time, my children were not yet born, and I felt rather lonely as I lay here. As such, I was very pleased to meet them, but I was very pleased to have helped them out. He tried to start my heart to thank me for helping him out for using my blood. But I'm afraid I can't accept his kindness. As such, I thank you for stopping him and me. Why? Well, if I were to be revived, my heart would beat, my blood would surge, and my internal organs would come to life again. What would happen to my children then? They and their beautiful little houses would be crushed and digested. It would be too terrible a tragedy. I might look like this now, but the truth is my body is big and frightening. In the beginning, my siblings and I took leave of our mother and came to play on the surface. But I realised at last that the things I found fun and joyous were terrifying to others. It was too late by then, and I was filled with grief and regret. That's why I asked Mimire to use my blood to create a painting and give it to you all. That way, I'd get a chance to thank you in person. Thank you, Emmy, for stopping my heart. So long as I live, I'll bring grief to others, and never wish to see that happen ever again. You're welcome. I mean, I did it to survive too. I see. There's a rare opportunity. I haven't been this clear-minded in a long time. So the earthquakes were also because it was trying to resurrect the being. Why don't we chat with some other things? Anything else you'd like to talk about? Origins, tell me about Jacob, tell me about the Preacher Primus. Yeah, fine, we'll work our way through it. My mother's the reason I exist. My mother's most wonderful stuff. Always she gave me my name. It was a lovely name. Before I was born, I felt into cosmic darkness. It was cold there and lonely, so sad and cry. But later I heard mother's voice. She wanted me to be born in a beautiful world and grant me life. She gave me a strong and healthy body that could walk the world and grant me a beautiful name. She wanted to give me many siblings. Wanted to give me many friends. Wanted to see beautiful sights. She did not deceive me, and I was very happy. My elder siblings treated me well, and later many younger ones came along, and I treated them as my older siblings treated me. Later they left the world beneath the earth. Felt the wind brushing against my skin, the warmth of the sun, the waters icy and warm. Life is wonderful, and it was wonderful that I was able to witness the world. Only later did I discover that I was different from the things in this world. The things that brought me happiness, the things that interested me, they were frightening and terribly hurtful to those in this world. Eventually, I fell here and died, and that saddened yet gladdened me. I treasured the life I was given by Mother, but my life would bring everyone such pain, so it was better this way. Later, just my mother gave me life, I gave my children life, that they may walk upon this world. Oh, the option just vanishes. Tell me about Jacob. The person from before, you mean? I fear I know little about him. He's not like you. After drinking my blood, he cannot speak to me as you do. In the beginning, he came with someone in search for blood within my body. At that time, I could feel that they were different. There was something within him, a bit of a cold cosmos power. And, I thought, so my blood would be good, wonderful. Later he would come here often to collect my blood, all the way until there was a great battle involving many people here, him included. He didn't come back after that. Because I was worried that he might have died. Imagine how happy I was to see him return alive and well. Oh, I saw that you were trapped and thought, if this goes on, I'll be revived and they will all die. My strength began to return, so I thought, why don't I use one of my cells to attack the thing trapping you? That way you'll be able to move. That was one of your cells! That's right. They can help to drive harmful things away from my body and protect my children. However, they aren't as smart as my children, and they will attack you too, so sorry. I'm glad to have helped out. Anything else? No, we're good. I need to go. That's true. Well, I was almost out of time too. There's a lot of things I'd love to talk to you about, but in the life I received, time is almost spent. Could you do me a favour though? What do you need? Could you tell Mamire, what to say? Tell her, your paintings are very beautiful, I love you, and I'm so very proud of you. Alright, and please go get along with your sisters. They love you very much as well. Thanks a bunch. Emmy, I've got it. Alright then, thank you. Honestly, it was great meeting you. Someday, I hope it will be able to traverse the world without fear of causing harm or death to others. When the time comes, I'm sure you'll... I'll be sure to show you what I really look like. Are you alright? You've been staring at the painting this whole time. Seriously, we were just like seeing more. You just said you were searching for data, and since then you haven't moved at all. Your paintings are very beautiful. I love you, and I'm so very proud of you. Emmy, wait a minute, where did that come from? Are you okay? I'm fine, don't worry. Someone asked me to pass their words on to you, Mamire. Say thank you. Please get along with your sisters. They love you as much as well. Come on, I wasn't getting well with everyone, seriously. But since Father said so, I got it, thank you. I haven't noticed it before. When did the thing over there turn back to stone? Shaking from before seems to stop too. In such a hurry to paint for us because, well, Paimon's got it. People call you good paintings absorbing, don't they? So you painted that in order to absorb Emmy, right? No, that doesn't make sense. What happened really? I'll explain later. The problem seems to have been resolved at least. Alright then, but you better explain. What do you think of the painting? For me to critique it. I haven't had much time. I was at my best self and wasn't confident about it. It's an excuse, I'm going to stop doing that. Wait, what do you think? I absolutely love it. Which part do you like? I can't understand it at all. It's wonderful. One doesn't know what to say other than it looks amazing. Huh? This is what they call artistic baptism of fire. What? Okay. I'm glad you like it either way. As long as you do, I'm happy. You're a speaker, unlike you, Paimon. But when I'm with you, I'm very happy. That's why I want to give you something that makes me happy too. Preliminary memory fragment sorting is complete. Oh, you're back, Seymour. I mean, I'll answer previously unanswerable questions. Which questions were those? What about my master? Your master is Marianne. I am prototype 4AC V07, designed by to accompany you and protect my master, Miss Marianne. But she said that name somewhere before. Affirmative. Miss Marianne was my master, and my prime directive was to accompany her on behalf and ensure that she would smile happily. I've not been able to fulfill that duty for nearly a septillion clockwork cycles due to the lack of a relay module. In truth, I cannot ascertain Miss Merriman's present location either. This should never happen. My logic units require immediate repair. As such, if you do not mind, allow me to depart for now. My standard deduction module has already calculated the most likely location where I must collect information. I must go there. I see. Were you leaving? Affirmative. Thank you for your care. I must go. And I'll come too. Negative. Deduce danger level high. For your safety, I must refuse this. But I will promise to return and express formal gratitude to you once I find my master. Fortunately, some of my memories remain damaged, so I do not presently know where the Nazis and Kreutz Ordo that I must reach is. We do! As such, my search. Okay, I understand. What I must do is like to leave. If you come back, find me. Affirmative. Alright then, be careful. If you have to come back, my token, my symbol of life, is with you, so don't go bringing down someplace I can't find you. In my word, Miss Mimire, yada yada, full condition. Alright. So you got a bit of inspiration, go do paint. Don't forget to come back and see when you finish. We have a deal. We'll take care of Seymour for you now. Alright, you'll stay safe. I'll make a move first. So we're going next. Seymour mentioned a place called the Ordo, right? I know where we know where that is. Yeah, Paimon thinks we've already been there. It's a good thing we did the quest in this way round then. It's a good thing I left the one I thought was the least interesting to last, otherwise we would have missed it. Okay, settled. We'll bring you back to Seymour Mire. Trophy unlocked. The Journey. Discovered a secret found within a Linus. So if I go... here, well... will that bring our friend? Aha, there we go. It said Noz's, the auto. Recording. This location data regarding has been recorded in the storage unit. We've been here before. The Mary Ann you're looking for probably isn't here. But this might find some clues that we didn't before. Do you remember anything useful upon arriving here, Seymour? Negative. This newly recorded information is pending further analysis and organization. No effective conclusion possible at present. We're going to have to wait for a long time until... Affirmative. Record space correlation starting. Till the time required, unknown. Interactive functions will cease temporarily while this is ongoing. Wait, hold on a second. Roger, interrupting a sequence. What is it? Come to think of it, we don't know a lot about you. All you know is your master isn't Mimire, someone named Mary Ann. Affirmative, Miss Mary Ann is my master. According to the standard deduction module, the odds of finding clues as to her whereabouts here are high. We know. You said that before too, but it felt like there were some more basic questions we hadn't answered yet. That seems like a good time. Tell us a bit more about yourself and Mary Ann. What else would better help you? Tell us about yourself. I am, designed by the company Miss Mary Ann. I didn't get a word of that. Is my creator. I'm equipped with the most advanced optics, memory storage unit, logic unit, and various functional modules from the Fontaine Institute of National Philosophy. Clear. That was clear as mud, but it sounds impressive. Might be impressive in the equipment. The harder it might be to fix once broken. Regular record space collected to decrease frequency and search effectively. Basically, before you've done your collection thing, there's some stuff that you can't tell us you knew, right? Affirmative. More precisely, information regarding can be extracted using... That means given a log of the daily life, also acts as an agent assistant. Important bits all got cut off. What's an agent's assistant? An agent refers to a member of the Phantom who undertakes investigations. In this context, assistant refers to Seymour. So Mary Ann was a Mauritius Phantom agent then. Affirmative. Wait, if that's who she is, wouldn't looking for official records help us find her faster? Why do we need to come here? Miss Mary Ann's role as an agent was not publicised. Additionally, the case we investigated had to do with... It is performed at the direction of, as such... Seymour, you're breaking down. Yada yada. Tell us about the Ordo. Ryan find clues about Mary Ann's whereabouts here. You've never been here before, right? So why do you think we'll find clues? My latest records indicate the last records before meeting Miss Mimire were those of myself executing a specific process. This process was to capture fugitive elements of the Ordo. The process... God, I followed on to the end. Sorry, I'm kind of melting. It's getting really hot in here, so I'm kind of trying to get through it just to wrap up sooner. Ordo including Ingold, member of the Ordo. Remember, Miriam was pursuing him. Affirmative. I guess really was some questions. Want to come back? A question for him. Doesn't seem like you'd have it. If else fails, you know, the go good cop, bad cop on him. My special record of Paimon. Things are basically the same. So you got your latest records. This battle against members of the Ordo broke out within the Elanus. My storage unit encountered an error. Must foil Ordo's plan in the end. Jacob Ingold must be stopped. Due to it, to Miss Mary Ann. You best take a break. Your words are most considerate. I have to go so hard. So we're going to have to wait for you to get back to Seymour. As long as I want to wrap up after this, because I'm boiling. I've got my fan on my windows open, but I'm cooking. And not the nice kind of cooking. I'm trying to stop him, right? Affirmative. Your summary is only simplistic. Perhaps it's basically the truth, Miss Paimon. This information. And it's just hit 1, so it's literally about to break into the hottest hour of the day, so the sooner the better. Doesn't seem like we have any options beyond waiting for what you do. That record you'll see more. Affirmative, calculations, yada yada. It'll take a lot of time. If you wish, estimate time required, estimate unknown. You know, it's the estimation stuff. I got something. Promised to explain, didn't you? You didn't have some good time to explain. There's a relative party. No time for the present then. We shared a conversation we had with Linus. So no, you're fine. By the way, Seymour, leaving you here to perform your record collection wouldn't be a problem, would it? Hmm? Oh, hey, Anne. Oh, good morning, Paimon. Night, Emmy. Oh, let me introduce you. Oh, you're the silly dog, Seymour. Hmm? I like the relevant data. I do not believe that we've had the honour of speaking, Oceanid Anne. I met you before either, but I'm sure the moment I saw you, you must be Seymour. What's going on here? I don't even feel strange. No, regular record special correlation can decrease the frequency of such issues effectively. Anyway, bring up the speed. We bring them up to speed. So doing all of Anne's quests. Also, the 3 quests. One is doing all of Anne's stuff, and that brings her here. The other is doing all of Seymour's stuff to bring him here. And the last one eventually unlocks here. Okay. So all the 3 main side quests do correlate. She's looking for a name, Mary Ann. Issues the... How do you silly dog? As Seymour said before, it can't be the same Mary Ann, right? The timing. Based on your statement I made deduce I met someone named Mary Ann in the past, or perhaps read or heard about such a person from sources apart from myself. That name, you know for sure. You know what? Let's do things like this. We'll call Mary Ann Neanderthals Ann 1, and one you're looking for, Seymour, can be 2. Negative. Miss Mary Ann I'm searching for is a high sequential priority. To prevent confusion, she should be Mary Ann 1 instead. So 2 is bigger than 1. You claim sourcing data fragments. So it's not functioning again. Silly dog. Paimon didn't think you had any mean bones in you, Anne, but you sure do. I don't know why, but I suddenly feel compelled to do that. Preliminary data fragment sourcing complete. It's for the 15 reasons, Oceanid Anne, I assessed that your perception is illogical. Alright, this all doesn't matter. Come on, good doggy, sit. Understood. Why? If you sit, we'll be able to improve photo taking stability. Yes, you need to take a photo, Oceanid Anne. I'm equipped with the most advanced optics for Fontaine's Institute Natural Philosophy. I can... I don't need but thank you. Understood. Just call it a quick halt, please. That's a reasonable suggestion. Well, let's go. Night, Emmy. You take care. Oh, we've got a second conch cup. That's probably going to be tied to something else we'll need way later on. Hey, another enigmatic page. How many of them have we got? Before I go back. Oh, there's at least 12 of them. Then. But I think we're done here, so let's go turn in our Fontaine rewards. And then I'm gonna wrap up because I'm cooking. And then I'll be back on Monday. We'll be going back to Alilalua. Oh, there's still other side quests for me to hunt down. But that's fine. I'll do that in my spare time. But that'll do from me. All in all, for my 4-day trip to Fontaine, I'm really loving Fontaine. I think this area is really interesting. I love where the story's going. Every character's been a winner so far. I think all of them are really interesting and just fun to be around for different reasons. And I can't wait to see where the story goes. I don't know if I will do the third sibling of Linny and Lynette. Because there is a third one that's like a sort of like adopted sibling from the orphanage, I think. He's got his own story quest that will be coming when he becomes playable in a few weeks. That would only be like an hour long probably, so I probably won't stream that. So we'll probably instead be back for when 4.1 comes out in about 6 weeks' time. Shady Green. Shady Green. I love it. Shady Green. Hidden ending. Fair enough. But we did pretty good. What was our completion percentage over these streams? 57, 69, nice, and 76. Oh, we actually did pretty alright for most of my expeditions being on stream. But I digress. I'm going to leave it here. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It genuinely really helps this little channel grow. And in the description of every video, you can find my Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal if you feel so inclined. But until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Toodles.